Relic grind becomes a bit easier after the first one. As I understand it, yeah. As I understand it, because the grind is still not, great. But it is what it is. How are you liking it, Sadira? What are your thoughts on the moon? Is it something you're enjoying? Is it just whatever? Or how are you feeling on it? After the third one is where it's at. Isn't there like 150% bonus or something when you get to like number 5 or something? Isn't there like a mega bonus the more relics you have complete? So there's a benefit. So here's my question. Does it matter whether it's crafter or gathering, or would it be easier to get botanist and miner done first to get bonuses and then go into the crafters? Who a bitch for a grindy content and now they got it? Yeah, it's okay. Once this is all going to be completely dead, once the other content, the new exploration content goes live. You're getting minor botanist out of the way first. Fair. I'm waiting for the thing to go on here, and then I'll switch over to Fu. But yeah, I got into one earlier today. I have found out that I'm probably gonna have to, if I want to make it easy. I don't have to. Look, listen, mira. I'm pretty solid there. This mission doesn't come up for me yet at all. Antonio knows all about that. Exploration content is in May, babe. It's in May. Again, they're still in the drip feed. The patch came out in what, March? And then they gave us this thing in April. And then, which is the crafter iteration, and then we get the combat iteration, the Eureka, the Bozia, more like Eureka from what it looks like, in May. So, but yeah, obviously a little bit of issues with I haven't got any weather restricted missions yet. I had one time restricted mission, and I haven't seen them pop up since then. I can't find my sequential missions, so I guess I'll go fuck myself. And I've only had one weather one there from the thingy. But otherwise, knocking these out fairly easily. Even the A rank ones, they take a little bit of finagling. You got to find out what works for one recipe, because it's not going to work for the other. But overall, it's not too bad. It could be better. I got to be honest. It could have been smoother. It could have been easier. I don't need the one that has a 3-minute timer on it. That's for sure. That one isn't what I would call fun. Especially when I need to do like a 30-step rotation minimum to get the numbers required to hit those numbers. So it's a little weird. I feel like this entire patch has been, it feels like it's them not going thoroughly checking the numbers, or they put it in the hand of somebody who just is a super nerd. And they're sat there and they're like, I'm locked in, and they can nail it. I will say these expert recipes are not friendly for the average player who doesn't normally craft. They're not. Could you pick it up? Yeah, there's a nuance to it, but you're also subjecting them to a lot of RNG that feels bad, man. So I don't know. I like it. I like this content. I want more of this. I've accepted! Fuck yeah, let's go! I decided I now do too many drugs to handcraft. I mean, that's fair, Sadira. That's fair. This stuff is a lot. And like I said, once you get all the gold little ribbons, I'm just gonna create macros for 2 or 3 easy ones, and then okay, I'll do this mission, button. This mission, button. But the 3-minute timer, you have to do 2, yeah. And the only way to make it easier is to you get 3 charges of the expert crafting buffs. So yeah, can I get this as a mount, by the way? I want this as a mount. I want my little tiny toy Tonka truck. On your brain mush? It's, yeah, so like it's fine. Expert crafting, it isn't, you know, mega complicated for me, but this is what I do. This is what I enjoy, and I don't enjoy expert crafting. I never have. Muted. I'm about to go grocery shopping. Go shopping. Oh, can I get a 3-fer? Can I get a 4? Hell yeah. 4. Early, what's going on, Duke? Yeah, Saki has to leave early, so we're out here early because I'm a slut for a good Twitch raid. So here we are. No! Who the fuck is this? Strawberry Sage, get the fuck out of me. This is my pit. So losing the pit, this is mine. Go away. The fuck? Back in my day, people in their toy Tonka trucks that won the lottery would respect each other's spaces. Yesterday. Today, not so much. I don't care. Memes. Hey, what the fuck? Get out of my neighborhood. You can't come into my barrio like this. That's right, you missed. The toxicity comes out. Ooh, hello. This is my hole. Nobody else can go inside of it. Well, some of you guys can go inside my hole, but everybody else, it's not open to the public. Buenos días, papi chulo. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué dice la buena vida? Also, solo good news. All your biopsies came back benign. Lung scarring caused by your rheumatoid arthritis, and I'll start infusions once they get this rare strep type C infection. They found it in my lungs. Fixed. That is beyond good news, Sadira. That is, health is, you know, it's everything. If you don't have your health, it's kind of difficult to do much of anything. Go get out of here, you fuckers! No! Ah! But I'm glad. I'm very excited. That is incredible news. So I'm very happy. 'Cause that has, I mean, like the stress of that alone can also affect your health, right? If you're just constantly ill and you're unable to recover, it's just, I'm glad there's actual treatment for it and everything else. So that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. When I got the mix, someone destroyed the rocks. I was gonna Miku beam, so I just stood there shooting the air like a jack. Yeah, I feel that. It seems a little bit loud to me, but I don't know. Nobody gave me an audio check. I feel like that will be me, Franco. I mean, it depends on where you park up. It is worth doing though, because if you do it, you get a big bang fortune, and I haven't had a big bang fortune since college. These are fucking terrible. I already got the glasses. I mean, I guess I go over here. Win me the emo? I haven't. Can I win me the emo? I guess we'll go for this. Anybody need the micro rover? You won the mountain yesterday. Congrats, Antonio. Did you sell it or did you keep it after you win the emote? Sure. Okay, gotcha. Done. Of course. And how about you end me instead? I was like, nice. And after you bought it off the market board, Antonio. Well, hopefully you made your money back. By the way, the best emote in existence right here. This is... Sadira, do you remember Margraf from Endwalker? This is me whenever I get the 3-minute expert recipe ready. Hello, Mooners. What's for dinner? This is me when I get the fucking 3-minute expert recipe that I'm like, what the fuck? Even cordials and materia and the orchestration roll. I won the glasses, the minion, the roll. I won one music scroll so far. No mount, no galam. That's fine. I'm not. This is a long. I need to open 1,000 of these boxes. At some point, I'll get the good shit. I got the umbrella tape. Nice. The umbrella's actually very nice. Which instance are we vibing in? People, Asm is min maxing and went to the instance with the least population. I'm willing to group up. I'm in instance 1, which is probably the most populated one. No, your shit. It's bready. D tier recipes were giving me 1 million a pop at level 96. Each successful gold tier thing was, it said 200 grand XP for doing it, and then I got 1 million. So it's like, okay, cool. I have like 3 red alerts. Are they like 2 times a day or something? They're so rare. I don't think anybody knows how they're actually spawned at this point. Hola Ava, good morning Miss Moxie. Alright, I can buy 1 more ticket, but that's all I'm doing. I'm not even spending, I'm spending them if I get to like 5 grand because I don't want to overcap on these lunar credits. But otherwise, I stay about 5 grand and then just buy mech ops tickets and use those there. Let's see how the research bonus thing is. Let me know. Hola, buenos dias. Good morning, Bobby. I hope you're doing well today. Alright, switch on over to food. On my server, they've been saying red alert is 3 to 4 hours. Interesting. Whoever had the bright idea of gatherer missions requiring crafting, I hope they step on the leg. It works the other way around. I was confused, Franco. I was doing a mission, and you have to start off. You can't do your craft unless you go out as a botanist and gather. And it's 9 items per craft, so... First D rank mission on alchemy, got plus 52 for gold. Okay. Is that because you already have a relic, Freddy? So a quarter of a level. Wow, holy Jesus. Yeah, they're talking about you get 50%. Yeah, so Antonio was saying the more relics you get, the easier it becomes, apparently. Morning, Shion. Buenos dias. Welcome on in. Yeah, so I'm switching over. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have a legacy character. She hasn't crafted since 2010. So we're gonna work on this. I mean, obviously the gatherers were done in 2010, but those were easy enough to do. I fed her via Harley, and that was easy enough to level up there. But this is all from 1.0, so I have time to actually get her in gear. Do I have crafter food for her? I should have. Yeah, I have 103 matcha, which is more than enough. I just need CP more than anything else. Last you did a crafting stream. Did I really? On her? Huh, well there you go. I touched it up a little bit. What color would you like, Azim? Oh shit, how about I turn them on to begin with? How about I turn them on to begin with? You did some quests and I fell asleep. Oh, that's right. I tried to do some of the class quests. And then I also fell asleep. There you go. It automatically set itself to your lights. 1 relic equals 50%, 3 equals 100%. Don't know anything else. Somebody in the first instance had 3 relics. I'm sorry, they had 5.
More reliable than anything selling a Switch 2. Bolder than an eagle. Makes more noises than cashew. It's solo_9 with crafting.
It is. What's going on here, buddy? Thank you for the resub, dude. Thank you for the 88 months. I appreciate you. You helped me get here. Let me know if you would like to vote for our cooking stream and what you would like to vote for. I've heard the mining and botany are fast if you spam the B rank. Yes, that's what I've heard as well, Ava. That they are. That's how you do it. If you want to spam B rank missions ad nauseum to get your relic done for miner. Stack bonuses. 5 is insane. Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Fishing can kiss your ass. But yeah, they said that at 5 Brady, they're getting 150% for things. So that's just how you do it. Highest perception I've seen is 4550, so maybe I cut back and get more GP. Top hangs? No, that's a character from Boy Meets World. Alright, we already did all this. We can just skip this. For my Weaver one, I did a couple A ranks. but a B rank kept popping up that gave me 3 different research types for like 2 minutes, so I spammed those. Makes sense. Yeah, there's one in particular. Is it the one that has like 9,000 craftsmanship, whatever that's called, and then like 700 of the lower one? Vote is for tortas. Look, I love me a good torta. Let's fucking go. The thing here is all wins for me because I like them all. Everything I'm making for this cooking stream is going to be delicious. Speaking of delicious, by the way, let me tell you about my best friend Psyche. My bestie. If you're not already following her, there's a follow button right there. If you like some delicious content, go follow Psyche, who streams Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And as long as she's streaming Oblivion, she's going to do Wednesdays as well. So go check her out. If you enjoyed yourself today, go. No, yeah, get the fuck out of it. Good luck. I'm not praying for the test. I'm praying that you can actually get the girls inside their carry case. Go get them in there. And be safe. Let me know how it goes as well, please. Bye-bye. Thank you. Appreciate you. Go do the thing. But yeah, welcome in everybody. My name is Solo Screen. I'm a moderator for Psyche. Psyche does again stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 7 a.m. Eastern. Doing some bonus streams on Wednesdays as she's permitted by her body to do. You know how it is with health. So we'll see how it goes. So she should be back mañana. And yeah, hopefully you hang out with us. But thank you for supporting both her and myself by coming over with the raid. But I understand that Final Fantasy 14 isn't for everybody. We're not doing the normal 14 content today. Normally when she brings you on over here, we're doing some sort of combat or some sort of PvP. Today we're doing crafting. There's a new bit of content that just came out that is it sure is something. So I'm unlocking it on my alt here. My main character is already there, sorted out, ready to go. But for this character, I haven't touched outside. There's a stipulation here outside of one stream where I tried doing some of her class quests that were level 5 and level 1. We haven't had a chance to really level her up in 15 years. So this new system is there for this purpose. So it is crafting. Crafting in this game are their own classes. The crafters, there's 8 of them, and there's 3 gatherers, and they have their own skills, their own everything. So it's pretty neat in how it works. That's the mount I'm trying to get right there. You see this giant mech over here? It is given from a Gamba, a gambling mini game. Haven't gotten it yet in about 15 attempts, but it's okay. We'll get there. But yeah, we're gonna thank you for the redemption for more balls, Dark Smack. I will add them to the gun for Friday. My next one, nah, I'm not fussed. I'll get it when I get it. It ain't no big deal for me. You should probably sell it and make your money back. Like I can't imagine that was cheap. Bald capping. But yeah, so we're gonna get food going here. This does take place on the moon, as you can see here. We're on the moon. That's the planet over there. In case that's the planet where the game takes place on. But we're on the moon. All right, we have to go talk to a Loppert over here. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy IV, this expansion is very heavily themed. The current one with Final Fantasy IX, but this one, the Endwalker expansion, had a lot of what's it called? Final Fantasy IV. See, define cheap. I don't know. The best I have one is die you will never use. Aw, sucks, Duke. We already saw these cutscenes. Essentially, Naming Way has found their way back to the moon. Now we actually have access to the moon, and they're up here doing things. The 500 came out. It's kind of, what is it? I don't even know what it is. Did the music just get really low? We went from a Mega Jam to barely anything there. Recolor of the Gacha box mount. Really? Huh. They could have given us a different mech, I believe, for that much effort. Kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. I would assume that they would have made more effort because for the Guardian Restoration, you get a pterodactyl. You get a big old dinosaur to fly around on. That's unique because that mount isn't available in anything else. So that's really disappointing, actually, that they just did a recolor of the Gacha box one. Found Psyche is a fun streamer. I don't know her IRL. Glad to see you gaming. You bounce around. Well, look, listen, welcome on in, dude. Hopefully you hang out with us. If you don't, that's fine. Take care of yourself. Be well. Be safe. Psyche is great, though. Psyche is fantastic. I've known Psyche since about 2015, so we're going on about a decade together. I've been a moderator for her for just about as much time as that. We actually met in another person's stream, and she was like, "Hey, you should come and hang out." I was like, "You know what? I'm down. Let's go." And so, oh, the lag! Jesus Christ, my PC doesn't lag. Why am I lagging here? The fuck? Yeah, is this it right here, Brady? Is this the iteration, like the gray version of that? So, Lou, are you ready for the weirdest issue I've ever had on your PC and how dumb the fix was? Tell me more. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of people here crafting. I need to adjust my audio because I don't want to hear other crafters crafting. What is that audio? So I can't single out the zing audio? Terrible. There is a big red alert event that I'm waiting for. When that happens, I'll switch over to my main, and then because I'm here to level up these characters, but I'm not here to grind on them. It's part of. Is it really? Pinches sound effects. Ha 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 ha! Get fucked. Let's see. Chalice got to Fallen Archbishop. Ooh, is she? Wait, is she cosplaying today? I saw that she was. She was Panini, whatever the fact, whatever that dude's name is. So made me do a double take. So for the last week, Space Marine 2 would freeze on the title screen, but I could never figure it out. I did all the normal stuff: restart, computer, reinstall game, drivers, everything, but no luck. Panini F. No cosplay, only mustache, hairs all over the desk. Oh. Alright, so this new system, it's pretty great. It's great at the lower levels. It's sure something else at the higher levels. But they essentially give you tools for every single class. I don't know what gear I have, so I might need to actually swap out to my other character to make gear for her. I'm not gonna buy low quality gear. Gross. Give me. I guess I should take the one that they gave me for free, right? My inventory. You put some respect on Venini. Cabrón. Perdóname. Perdóname. I meant no disrespect. I just forget his name. Where's the gimme all button, please? Yoshida-san. Also, this is my favorite songs of all time, so I'm just gonna be quiet for a minute while it does its thing, because it's really good. But yeah, we're gonna try and get as many levels as we can. It should be pretty easy, or at least pretty straightforward. It does get way more convoluted at the higher end. As somebody who does do this on a near daily basis, be it provisioning or whatever, I do craft quite often. So I'm very familiar with the systems. I'm very familiar with how it works and how to go about manipulating the totality of our skills. But the part where they get you is that this type of crafting involves a lot of RNG. Random. It's just random. The bonuses that you get, and they crank the numbers that are normally at a sort of regular level. They get cranked up to a significant level, and then you're supposed to use the random effects to compensate for the increase in difficulty. Now that's fine, that's good and all, except for the part that it's randomized, so you're not guaranteed to be able to get to the point where you need to in order to achieve what you're trying to achieve. kind of infuriating sometimes when you do everything right and you still don't get what you want. There's one particular craft where I have been, you need to be perfect. You need to get it maxed out completely, and you can't mess it up at all. And because of RNG, I haven't been able to hit it because the numbers are so high that I'm just not getting the right statuses at the right time to be able to achieve the numbers. I've gotten to, it's 3,000 points total. It's 1,000 points maximum per craft. And I've gone to 22,970 points out of 3,000. And because of that, I may as well have scored 2,001 points because the rewards are based on your scores and all that. I got a little bit more currency, but I still get silver credit. I don't get the gold credit that I desire. Megan's the best. I'm like, my hairline is true. I don't have a hairline right now. I'm completely bald. Mimi's over there, probably getting ready to go into a meeting, Antonio, but she is over there. And Choo Choo is magnificent in his plumage. Yes, this is Final Fantasy 14 online. I wish SWTOR hadn't had to been forced into free to play. An absolutely fantastic game though. I played it when it came out as well. Alright, we need a botanist and we need a fisher as well, and then we'll be sorted out here. But yeah, they essentially give you they've added two systems. They have the regular system, which is just crafting and leveling and all that, and a bunch of vanity items at the higher end. But they've also added relics, which are just super high-end tools. This is where they start at this very basic level. You don't have to equip them. You just have to craft in the class that uses those tools, and you can upgrade them up and higher to be better skill. They start out at being level 10. So my crafters are, for the most part, level 30 outside of Culinarian. No, son of a bitch! Red alert. Alright, I have to switch back. The red alert starts in 5 minutes. So, let's go. Hiding missions like Solu hiding his hairline with the bald cap is true. I'll keep doing it too. And this is the Weaver one? I'm sure there's a system to it, right, Brady? It's just, right now it's all new, so we don't have the pattern yet to see what it's like. Alright, let's get in there. And this is why we're all being segregated and being forced to be on our own servers for this. Because if this wasn't the case, as soon as people find out the timers, there would be a massive train from server to server to server that would lock people out. Considering the fact that they do instances now, I can't imagine that would be a thing anymore, right? If you populate 10 instances to accommodate 300 people per server per instance, then yeah, look, it's Franco. Then it should be fine, right? You would assume, but they're sticking to their old methodology for that. You said back to 14, couldn't find the perfect class to 11 build, a lot of grinding. So all the classes play differently at the higher end is the thing. Certain classes are at the lower level will just play a specific way, but yeah. Alright, it's time to... this is my favorite email that just came out of this. Brady, why won't they give us what we want? Oh, Brady's taking a photo with us. We need that emote. If Franco and I get that emote, can we take a screenshot of the three of us taking selfies with each other? We'll just form a triangle. We'll just form a triangle and take selfies with each other. But yeah, it's an MMO. Every MMO has a lot of grind. SWTOR has a lot of grind to it. It's just a matter of how digestible the grind is, right? Does the story carry through? This game is a story-based game. The story is probably the best Final Fantasy story there is of all the Final Fantasies. And overall, an absolutely incredible story. It's told very well. It's done very well. And through Endwalker, where the story ends, it's absolutely fantastic, and that makes the grind I found personally to be pretty easy to take. It's not too bad in that regard, but then there's Dawn Trails is a new chapter, a new story arc that they just started. So naturally, after you achieve such peak perfection, people are tearing it apart because it's not that over there, which is a little unfair, I find. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's got a lot of grind to it, but like I said, that's every MMO. I really enjoyed Dawn Trail. I thought it was pretty good. Let's see. So we have a minute to go, a minute and change before we. There's 2 spots that are going to appear on the map. They're going to be randomized either all the way apart from each other or right next to each other like they were last night, right here. Oh, look at Brady go! Look at Brady go! He's got zoomies. That is another mod for Psyche, by the way. That's Predicus. And once they appear, we'll ride out to wherever we are, and we'll get our stuff done. Grindest part for the course in games. The Final Fantasy universe takes me away.
Wow. Frontier really upgraded space legs.
Well, kinda. Thank you for the bits, Spell Mage. Indeed, I love the self emote so much. It's very good. It's very, very good. The red alert on Ultros, boo. Yeah, just get there. I think they're staggered a little bit, Sadira. I don't know. Again, we don't know what it's necessarily based off of. I'd assume progression. At some point, progression set them off, and so whenever the different servers hit their progression point, they got their red alerts. We have less than a minute to go here. And so the way this system works for the red alerts is 2 markers will appear on the map. Each marker is specific to certain classes. And essentially it's a big gimme for points. You also get credit towards the class that you're playing and stuff like that. So it's pretty important. It's a pretty big deal. Oh, see the weather's changing. And so we'll have to switch to classes that will get credit because you only have quests for those classes. Oh, of course they're up north. Let's go. So I'm gonna go. I'm not even sprinting. Do I even am I even playing this game right? What's this over here? This is Culinarian, Botanist, and something else. I went the wrong. No, that's fine. I went the right way, as right as I could go. So Culinarian, Botanist, and Fisher. That's easy. I'm currently working on Culinarian because if I get Culinarian to 500,000 points by doing stuff here, I will get the title of Taster of Stars, which is just a dumb title, but I like it. I would like to taste the stars, please. I think Sponjoy Outbreak is always this layout. I mean, I would assume so, but there's always going to be certain patterns to it. Nom. Let's go. Botanist. Pop our food. And I can usually, I can macro this. My macro will handle that. So these are easy to macro. These are easy to pop through and do. So you do it once and then you run over here and you turn this in. Macro this. Wolfie, I would need like the entire macro menu. Just to macro a small percentage of that. I'd like a star. I'd like it so hard. Yeah, they added a bunch of titles. One for each class. Do the titles do anything? No, you can just see it over here. Like this person's title is The New Sun. Mine is The Hand of Mercy, which is a PvP combat title. I like it a lot. The Hand of Mercy just sounds cool. So, Taster of Stars, although I love the title, I am not sure that licking really hot balls. You had me at licking really hot balls. Of Plasma is a good idea? Probably not. You're the Necromancer? Wolfie going full sweat lord with that title. I respect it. Bow before you? No. Well, if Skittles can have Taste the Rainbow. Yes, it's along those lines. You essentially do 2 crafts. It's probably not the fastest one to do this on because this is a 15-step macro, so that's 45 seconds per thing. And I can do it over here and just turn it in. I just stopped here because it was close enough to let you press credit. What's one more bad idea in this lifetime? You know what? You're right, Sadira. You're right. Right, it's 3. So 45 seconds times 3. That eats up a lot of time, especially when there are other, like the Botanist one. If you have enough GP, you can turn it in as long as your GP sustains. So you can do about 3 very easy ones, maybe 4 easy ones, and then crank out. You can do about 5 or 6 if you're on the ball, depending on how well the other ones go. But yeah, so we're gonna do culinarian and then botanist and then fisher right here, and then we'll go on to the other side of the map and do nobody's down here. Carpenter, leatherworker, weaver. Yeah, I can see why. This also tracks other achievements, like getting a gold ribbon for every single class, which is something else. So there's layers here. We're working on multiple achievements and credits and stuff like that. Fish, get the fish. Right, don't forget to accept the quest. This is the important part, because it won't show up for you unless you accept the quest that you're in. Jesus, where is it at? It's over here. Oh, this should be right here, right there. Blessed Harvest, enable quick gathering, go. You'll get it done in 2 things. 194 lunar credits with relic. Jesus, no ground support bonus. Wow, Brett. I mean, that is a lot. That's a significant increase over what I get, that's for sure. I wish a dude that can teleport you to mech ops could teleport you to the... Yeah. And I think the thing is, Ava, once we actually learn the cycle of when they spawn and all that, you'll be able to... It'll be... People will figure it out, and then they will just... You'll know in advance where you're supposed to go. Why am I can't fish there, son of a bitch! Sorry, language. Let's go right. Do we know how many exclamation marks this fish is? Is it 1? Is it 2? Also, we can sit down when you're fishing, because who has time to stand up? It's 2? Thank you. I casted 3 times yesterday and I caught my fish 3 times. Seems guaranteed? Nope. Wait for them to add 4-star fishes one of these days. Yeah, there's no log for it in the fishy log either. Make sure if you don't get the fish that you want, make sure you slap it so that way it doesn't reappear, and then identical cast again, that way you can get it again. What's going on, Max? Apparently it's not the Moonlight Pleco either. Actually, it is. Never mind. There's 2 possible fish. Gotcha. Either the 1 exclamation mark or the 2 exclamation mark one. Okay, that's fine. And also, make sure that you chum. Chum makes your cast go by faster. That way you actually get it faster. Otherwise, you're going to be spending a lot of time just waiting. Got the right fish, all 3 casts. Very nice. Should I make a normal breakfast or feed the beast in me and warm up a frozen pizza? You know what? I eat whatever I want whenever I want, Ali. So you know what? Maybe if the beast desires pizza, then the beast should have pizza. You can't craft and gather without cheesy goodness. That's what I've learned. Someone said using the skill to bait bigger fish works well for this. Interesting. I'm assuming IRL. Alright, let's go to the other side because I want credit for all of these. Man, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm not gonna zoom these around. I'm gonna take the portal and then go south. Time to warm up the oven, warm up that oven. Get that food. There is pizza in game. Actually, it's something I can craft. Man, that is a terrible fucking location. I'm not gonna lie. yeah, no, gotta go this way. This is such a waste of time. I should have gone south to begin with if I wanted all of these. I made spicy pork ramen for dinner last night, so that shall be your delicious lunch today. Delicious. I have a frozen pizza. Some good places around here for order, though. I shamefully admit I have pizza once a week. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame, and shame isn't an ingredient. Neither is guilt. We gotta have a healthier relationship with food. The next base upgrade sounds like more traversal stuff, thankfully. Yeah, I mean, again, we are very on the very low end of this entire thing, right? So, this is gonna be carpenter, leatherworker, and weaver. Also, watch the carpenter. Where's the turning stuff? The turning stuff is over there. Can that fire actually hit you? Like, is that like friendly fire? Get it? On 7, no, come on. I think they rushed the first 2 upgrades, so we had the first ring of quick travel for red alerts. Yeah. Can you imagine the rage if we didn't have the rings of travel, Brad? The rage alone from that. Food does not judge you. Food is only there to see you happy. Exactly. Food is energy. Food is thing. I make a pizza every Saturday for me and my wife. Handmade dough, all of it. You just have to account for your intake, right? That's what it's all about. Calories in, calories out. That's what it all comes down to. Some of those rings are way off. I mean, close enough, right? Like, they're not gonna make it deliver you right to the spot. Close enough, as long as it's printing across the entire map. That sounds tasty. Yeah, and I used to fear baking because it's a science. You know, I think that's what's the thing. Cooking is one thing, but baking is science. And once I figured out how to bake stuff like working with yeast and making doughs like that, it became much simpler. And easier and tastier than buying. Though I will say, if you put Little Caesars in front of me, Ali, I'll destroy that shit. I don't care. you put Little Caesars in front of me, it's going down. Or a good frozen pizza, I ain't turning it away. Baking is a science, cooking is an art. Thank you. Yep, there you go. That is the saying, and that is pretty fucking accurate. We are behind on the time here. Normally, you want to be done around here by around the 10-minute mark. It's no big deal either way. It's just a matter of efficiency, and that's what crafting in this game is about. It is about efficiency, being the most efficient as you can to get your stuff done as best you can. Already planning baking so much focaccia bread and trying to bake bread now that a lot of the work has been taken away. No, absolutely, the mixer. No, the mixer. The mixer. And those tools definitely make a huge difference. I remember Kowie's mom bought us, there was this all-in-one bread maker that you would just stuff all the ingredients into and it would make bread. And I kept fucking up bread because of that. Like, I couldn't get it right. Where is the turn-in point? I don't see it sparkling. Where? Maybe if there was a giant fucking Super Mario looking aura on it, I'd see where it's at. This guy, honestly. Holdex, I know, Brady. But I just wanted to click on it. Oh, right, wrong thing. Over here. I got chosen for Mick. Nice. First time, let's go, Sadira. Get it done. Me hauling ass because I need the when we request on this side. Yeah. Sure, there's no battle. Just eat the bacon. Bacon. No, I do understand the struggle. Yeah. These people are being asshats and sitting right on top of it. Yep. Like, there's no need for that. You don't have to do that. Like, you're not gonna lose anything by being 2 seconds late and being courteous to everybody else. But it's an MMO. You can't expect courtesy from everyone. Alright, that's one set of boots done. Yeah, I should have started in the south. I should have ran here first for these 3. That way I can actually do the botanist one there over and over and over again. So after this is Weaver. Who the fuck is using flamethrower on me? Oh, it's an NPC. Ranko about to open up that say chat. Alright, this is only the second one. Man, this is really bad. Time-wise. I'll turn this map into shadow. Uh-huh. And rightfully so. No one would blame me otherwise. Apparently one of the red alerts is a meteor swarm, and I haven't seen... I think that was the first red alert I saw. It was just meteorites of fire raining down on the moon. Is that like a special weather condition one? Because I still don't know where some of these recipes are from. I can't see it there because I'm currently in the thing. I just thought we were gonna die. I thought it was something along those lines, Franco, of actual danger. And then I looked up and there's no cover anywhere. I was like, okay, cool. I was kind of hoping that it would, though, Franco. I was hoping that it would actually be something wild. It was the first one we got on, but hey, yeah. I was hoping it would actually be something that's just out there, but it wasn't, and it's fine. There, Super Mario moved his ass out the way. Alright, the last one I need is Weaver, right? Yep, gotten gold ribbons on everything. So there's a Spore Spewer on the map. There is. Can you please hit it with the autocannon from across the map so we can get rid of it, so we can actually see anything? Freaking, it was Helldivers all along, Max. We didn't even know. You're 4 minutes and 30 seconds? Gotcha. Max is on it. So yes, after this I'll switch back, and again, I haven't been, and this is gonna sound weird, just bear with me. With my main character, I've been at the cap of crafting since 2.0. I got my first max level character was a crafter. My paladin was my gladiator was 16, and I was already max level. I think it was blacksmith. Same thing in Heavensward. Blacksmith was 60 within hours. So I haven't been at the lower end of crafting for many years. So it's interesting to go back and see what it's actually like, because the game has changed, and obviously this is brand new content that only just came out. This wasn't here in 2013, so it's fun to go back and experience it in a different way. Because the high end is just crank everything now as fast as possible, get to the higher end for more points, because you are trying to get credit. And so we'll see what it's actually like, what it feels like. I did some on a level 96 carpenter on one of my other alts, and it's a lot of XP. It's genuinely very generous. It's I forget how much leaves we're giving, but I was getting about 1,000,000 XP per gold credit D tier recipe, which is a lot of words and letters. It's just, you know, there's tiers of difficulty. D is the lowest one. So I'm curious as to how good it is at the lower level. Ishgarian Restoration is bonkers XP. It's bonkers. It's just genuinely insane how much XP you get out of that. So we'll see how this does. It's going to be annoying having to constantly go back to do the class quest. Yes. Oh, yeah. Especially if you don't have it done through Stormblood, right? Because I think Stormblood 65 is where you get manipulation. Which is one of the core abilities of all crafters. Alright, fuck it. We've done all of these. Let's go back and do the botanist for 2 minutes. I'm gonna get like one done. Jesus. Well, that's fine. It is what it is. It's just unfortunate. Look how everybody went to the north and said, fuck the crafter one. Alright, so we can go over there, I believe. And yeah, that'll be closer. I'll get to do maybe one, maybe two here. Can you come to this place without a 90 crafter guy? It's up to level 10. Level 10 is where it starts, Shion. You need to be Endwalker and be level 10 is the requirements for this place. So it's a Garden Restoration just cranked up to cover more levels. When Tony Hawk is it? Don't worry about it, Beta. Yeah, so clear Endwalker, clear 6.0, and then be at least level 10, which you can get to level 10 in a couple of minutes if you just craft stuff out of the recipe book, because it's all just right there. And then yeah, just come here. Do the quest starts in Old Charlayan, down by the docks. So you just head on down there and turn it on in. And man, I only got one bonus one. Like yesterday on the other map, I got 5 bonus turn-ins. I like how this little leopard's here like this way. But yeah, so there's a cutoff period there. We won't let you accept any more missions. That's fine. Get that fish, Franco. I see you over there. Most of the pre-level 10 mats come from your professional vendor. So yeah, there's only one exception to that, and there's a couple of items on the Alchemist Guild merchant, and that person will sell you what the other merchant in the city doesn't sell. If you have access to a guild house, the merchant vendor there at the guild house will sell you just about everything as well. There is one exception. Culinarian. Look at them all run over. This is the gambling bunny. You can't even see their name anymore because the system is populating everybody around this poor NPC. So this is a major reason why everybody's doing, yeah, no, literally just hitting that slot machine. You hit the button and you get this UI element here. You get to pick between one or two options. This one or this one. You can see the rewards right here, and there's a there's a outfit, a full outfit, a parasol, which is just a fashion accessory. This game has fashion accessories where you can just stand around in those fashion accessories and be fabulous in your fashion. Crafter's delineation, which is a specific thing to specialty crafting, which is actually pretty good. So if you get delineations, it's not the worst thing in the world, because the skills that you get from delineations that you can use as a specialist are pretty fucking solid. There's 3 skills and they're pretty great. Or a subtle opportunity, which just gives you more options at goodies. On this side we have the minion, which is the micro rover, which I already have. Metallic pink dye, which looks incredible, by the way. You need the emo? Yeah, it's not even an option here. I'll go for this because I don't care if I get delineations, but I could get something nice there. Also, remember, if you do get chosen for a mech op, I know not everybody gets them, and it's not very often. You get a better wheel via delineations. Sorry, via you get a special ticket from being chosen for the mech ops. So you always have a mech ops ticket and always submit an application to be taken in. I believe we're in instance 1 max. You know, the metallic pink dye, if I get any, it's yours. Oh, so over here we have the mount again, metallic blue dye, a drafting table, which I don't want. Please don't give me that. I would rather have these are 2 very terrible things. I already have the glasses. The glasses are tradable. I don't have that music scroll, but I'd rather go for the mount. So we'll go with the left wheel and see what we can get here. The new dice as a whole are very nice. The metallic blue, the metallic ruby red Xion is gorgeous. There's metallic green. It's just the new dice are really, really nice. I was shotgun myself into instance 3. It's your lucky number. All right, let's see what we get. Sometimes you get a faster spin. They're just zoomies. Please give me zoomies. Please give me zoomies. No, not blue. Not blue. Come on. Oh, fuck you, game. No, I don't want to draw anymore. Stupid game. Let's see. That's 2. Anybody want a drafting table, by the way? I've got a couple for anybody who wants a drafting table. But yeah, I've had a mysterious, very kind benefactor that's giving me some ruby red dye. I've gotten a couple myself now, and if anybody needs metallic cobalt green, let me know. You can get it right there? Okay, I'll wait for you, Beta. I've gotten more in type 5. Thank you. Thank you, Brady. But yeah, so, and again, one thing I would definitely highly consider, pick one class. If you're doing crafters, focus on that class, and more importantly, switch that class to specialist. For the delineation skills, the delineations are the items used. If you haven't seen the skills that you get from being a specialist crafter, which one is a specialist? Not Weaver, right? Alchemist? Alchemy. You get careful observation, which costs you no CP. It doesn't use a skill, and you just wait for 1 step. And it preserves the status of that you're currently on. So these are very specific skills, but if you have them as a bonus, they're fucking great. Heart and Soul allows execution of precise touch, intensive synthesis, or tricks of the trade. Tricks of the trade is huge in expert crafting, regardless of material conditions. So if you don't have a thing, you can hit the button and you'll use the skill there essentially with that. Is that the thing where you put a tombstone on your jobs? Yes, this little thing down here, the soul crystal. And quick innovation grants you 1 stack of innovation free of cost, except for delineation, and you can use it whenever. So part of my rotation would actually use quick innovation for my finisher. I request 1 metallic pink for my big dumb hammer, if anyone has it. If I get one, you can't buy any of the metallics, right? You're very close to catch it, 0.8. Very nice. That make my job a hot bar even more cluttered stone. Yeah. Yeah. It used to be worse though. They used to give you a lot more skills for being a specialist crafter back in Heaven's Ward, and it was just like, please just, I only have so many bars. They're only from Gamba so far, but yeah, they added a bunch of other colors: vanilla yellow, neon green, dragoon blue was there before, right? Yeah, so they added more dyes, which is fantastic. Got to get back into the grind today. Got to get back to work. All right, let's switch on over. I don't know what her gear is like at all, so we'll see. We'll play it by ear. I'll probably just buy whatever's available on the NPC here, just to have the true experience of what they want us to have as new crafters. It's really funny how my eyes have adjusted to how ruby red isn't the brightest regular red anymore. It's kind of weird, but the eyes do adjust. It's just like me and my giant fucking cursor. The cursor for this game isn't this big. You can see it there by her face. I switched from the regular small cursor to this one because I kept losing it, and now I lose sight of this giant fucking cursor as well. Neon yellow and neon green hurt your eyes. Are they too bright? Like, are they seriously bright? I don't think I've seen them. Your cursor needs yellow paint. It does. It does. All right. I guess we'll just work down the line here, right? Culinarian's the lowest at 28. So we'll get that to 30. Also, if you're like me and you're like, I can't hit my macro, This was solved for me the other day by chat. HUD layout. They added something here. Cosmic exploration info. Adjust it. Move it elsewhere. They're chartreuse. I love them, but I never wear them, and it's fair. That way it appears down here instead of up here. Move that out of the way. Now your macros will work. That's about right for gear. She has a high quality level 15 pan. Carnitas indeed, carnitas indeed. Oh, that is an outfit. Jesus, okay. That is just what does Stellar Opportunity do? It gives you another chance at better loot. It's a reroll with I think it changes up what you have available there from your gear from the roll thing, so you can actually get a better one. Alright, so that doesn't give us any stats, so that gets removed. This gives us... Look, it gives you craftsmanship +2. We're keeping the gloves. No, we're not. That's our racial shirt. This gives XP through level 10 or below. Ears. This earring gives me... Increases XP earned by 30% when level 50 and below. So why don't we equip that? CP necklace. This has no stats on it that are viable for me. CP10, CP10. Can't wear the combat ring for this for more XP. We got a co-op going on. Co-op? A mech op. So we'll save that for now. I have a... Jesus Christ, nice portrait. This is gonna be the worst part. I'm gonna have to update all of my portraits. What's my portrait like, you ask? Import from Adventurer Plate. Yeah! There you go. Look, Thailanders all day. Let's go. Where even am I? Right, we're right here. Let's go get some gear. Muscle slider to 100. The way Miyazaki intended. So 21 to 40. We are level 28. So what do we have for gear here? 25, 27, 29 for the next one. So we'll get that one. 26, 30. We'll get the coatee. Get the gloves. Now here's the thing. I could make all this in high quality. I very much could, but I'm just gonna see what it's like with normal quality stats. Alright, let's put on the gear. Yeah, no, that sure does have an effect. Wait, can you see my terrible. Look at my normal quality gear. Go solo 10 minutes ago. I mean, are these hardcore? Yeah, I'm the normal quality. You see my tramp stamp? It is there on full display. Nice air hostess. Thank you. Alright. Can I do this here? Thank Jesus. Give me back my horns. There we go. She did make her high quality tools though, but they're only level 10, so it's not like they're all that great. By the way, if you can never find what side the NPC is on to teleport you, look for the car. They're right behind the car over here. We have two thumbs and isn't a mech pilot? Oh, I'm sorry, Brady. Alright, let's go. You when I can't find the car? No, literally me every single fucking time, Brady. I don't know where it's at. So I look for the car now. The car will show you. There's only a car on the side where the NPC is to teleport you. So that's how I figured it out. Do I still walk around looking for the cart in a full circle because I missed it the first time? Yes. I've been wondering if you have an in-game spouse, can you use your ring to teleport to them across the map in here? That's a good question, actually. This zone does seem to disable some a lot of some systems. Don't know why. This is just a random thing where you go around, destroy the items, turn in the items over here, you get shinies. Yeah, I don't know why they disabled a lot of systems for in here. Give me revisit, you fucking cowards. You gave it to me for Dawn Trail, give it to me now. I require revisit more than anything else. There's they're sitting under Tiger Mountain, top of driving way in Biswa. Of course there is. Of course there is. But this gives currency. If you do this every once in a while, there's a chance to jump on one of the mechs and be able to run around on a giant mech destroying things. I'll go revisit if they fill up my GP on start of a leave. That'd be nice. Or hear me out. Give us both. Be greedy. Ask for both. I desire both of these things. 35 minutes for refills is annoying. I agree. This Fantasy Star Online 2 mod for 14 looks amazing, doesn't it, husbando? It's actually really good. We're up on the moon. I don't know if Fantasy Star has a moon, but here we are on the moon. Also, I have to shut off the music in case you're wondering why we have some dark synthwave going on, because the music here is tiring. Listen, this game has incredible music. Genuinely some of the best music in any video game ever. Incredible soundtrack. But the track that plays here, nah, no. Wow, you like the music, Wolfie, for 12 hours a day? You want the music on there? I wasn't on the Stellar Mission last time I was here yesterday, but when I got here, it said Stellar Mission abandoned because you were too far away. That sucks, Ava. You don't do 12 hours a day? Skill issue. It gives me Disney World vibes, so you like it. I mean, that's fine. It's just not for me. Alright, let's get to crafting, I suppose. I was doing Culinarian, right? Alright, Culinarian. I need a bracer, so let's go get a bracer. I'm assuming if you can't wear the Combat XP ring, which is somewhere around. Do I even have it? Yeah, it's right there. I'm assuming you can't wear the upgraded version that gives you bonus XP through level thing, right? Look, not all of us abandoned Gemma after they maxed their hammer out. Look, listen, Gemma is always in my heart, so she lives there. I don't know, our mech ops have been busted since yesterday, so I think something is buggy in general. Yep. Yeah, no, it do be kind of busted. Alright, 20 more CP, we'll take that. Can I hit the right button, please? Let's add that. Normal quality silver bracelet. CP ring, which I made myself way back when. CP ring, which I made myself. XP earring, which one goes to level? It goes to level 50, so that might apply. Level 11. Okay, let's find out. If I learned one thing yesterday, it's that it kept telling me that my gear was shit, and I should feel bad about myself. It doesn't say that, but it implies that your gear is too low for the current quest you're trying to do, and you should get better gear. And I was destroying those leaves because I know how to manipulate the system. So, all right, let's make some lube. Speaking of lube, something Psyche, go follow her. All right, standard lubricant. Let's remove these macros off my bars because these are other macros for Harley, and they mean nothing. No, son of a. Well, thankfully I don't have the skills that go along with that macro. You can't see it in my chat, but it says it's not a valid action. 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 This music went wild. What the fuck? Let's move up a little bit to another song. Alright. Did you just call Psyche a treasure? She absolutely is, yes. You need to log in and do your missions for MOOOOON. They'll be there eventually. You like the car noises? Yeah, it was a screaming for me that wasn't doing it. Alright, so this is Harley's build for her rotations at level 100, so it does nothing for me. Oh, use your spirit bond potions? True. The numbers here are pretty straightforward. We'll see how they do for. You know what the worst part about this is that I can't craft in. I craft out in the wilds. There's a lot of zones in this game because it has several expansions, and I'm forced to craft in this one segment, and it sucks. Thankfully, I can go wherever I want on this map. But ew, look at this nerd over here hammering away. Nice gavel, nerd. What do I have for skills at this level? I'm level. Let's see. So we have up to innovation. All right, we have innovation. So we have the 1-2 combo at least. All right, that's pretty straightforward. We don't. I mean, I already fucked this up because I hit something else. If the crafts are synced, how does it work for spirit bond pots for the lower class ones? I'd assume you get material commensurate to the gear that you're in anyway, because you're pulling the material off of the gear, right? I don't know if the spirit bonding would be any good at the highest end possible. I know it's chunking through my gear's quality. All right, we'll start off with. I started with veneration there. Let's look at the numbers. 101 for rapid synthesis, gross. We don't have careful synthesis yet, so we can't use that. So it's 40 for this, which means we only need 2 moves to complete it because of veneration, which I can't click off. So we'll do one basic synthesis there. Costs us no CP. We'll go into innovation. We don't have a lot of moves, so we'll just do the basic combo. Basic touch combos into standard touch, by the way. 68%. We do have Master's Men at this point, which eats up a lot of CP, but that's fine. So eat that up. Go back to 40 out of 40. And then do another combo. We don't need to because we're already done. And then how much does this do at this thing? So this is 27. So it would be 3 touches without veneration. XP. I'm currently at 0 XP at a 61,900. So let's see what this does. Obviously, we need to make all 3 before we get our XP. But and once you learn this, you can't just macro craft this, honestly. So the macro here would be innovation, basic, standard, basic, and then you're done. And then you Master's Mend. And then you veneration. Doesn't matter if it's veneration because it's 3 button presses anyway. So it's either 1 veneration and 2 basic synthesis or 3 basic synthesis. It's still 3 button presses. The time is still exactly the same. It's just a matter of how you want to go about doing it. Innovation. Question, ask away, Finny. Now the durability is getting shredded. My gear is being torn. Ooh, good status. I mean, I could take that. It doesn't matter. There's no point in taking that status. It does, again, it does nothing for us. When to use preparatory touch over the basic touch combo? I almost always do it. I almost always do it to start. But I only use it if I have manipulation and waste not 2 up. Because otherwise it chunks down your durability. If you have both of those skills up, you want to use groundwork and preparatory touch under those skills only. Otherwise, you are chunking yourself hard. For durability. So I tend to use those 2 skills in tandem with those other 2 skills because it gives me room to work with. It amounts to the same thing because of thing. because it's essentially just the same thing, right? But obviously, preparatory touch is 40 CP. Long term, the 3-point combo of basic, standard, advanced is better because that's only 18, 36, 54 CP versus 80 CP, right? If you can save 26 CP, that's a lot of CP. I've seen some macros choose to use the basic touch combo over prep touch and was just, yeah, so I think for this sort of stuff, for expert crafting, it's better doing the 3-point combo there, Finny, because your 3 different button presses give you 3 opportunities to get a better status, right? So if you're just spamming preparatory touch, especially on a 20 durability expert craft that requires you to do 9,000 progress, you're not putting yourself in a very good place. So for regular crafting, like the gear crafting, my macro for that uses, let me see, I should be able to see here because it's shared, right? This is my macro crafting. It's called Kill Me Please. As you can see, I fit in all these, the 4 groundworks and 3 preparatory touches under the waist knot manipulation window because there's no deviations here, right? The numbers are hard. They're coded in. You're not going to get different numbers. You're not going to get different statuses. And this sort of brute forces past, you know, an excellent status or whatever, or a poor status, because that's a random thing that can happen, right? So in this kind of crafting, for this kind of recipe that doesn't have randomization and put into it outside of the usual stuff, they work very well. It's also less button presses, right? Because I'm trying to be efficient and bring down the amount of presses, because if I lower the amount of buttons I have to hit, then I'm being faster and I'm cranking out more in a period of time. Again, it's 3 seconds per button press, and if it's a 20 step rotation versus a 25 step rotation, that is 15 seconds per craft. And if I'm doing 1,000 crafts at 15 seconds per, the time does add up. But in expert crafting, where that goes out the window and you're doing 25 to 30 steps because that's how they want you to do it, then it doesn't fucking matter. You're gonna be pressing excess buttons regardless. Will there eventually be a means of brute forcing this? Yes, there always is. I have macro here, these blue macros. These are to just absolutely demolish the expert crafting for Endwalker. I get tier 2 or tier 3 credit almost every single time with the highest tier expert crafting from the last expansion, so you can brute force it eventually. And 7.3 will make this a lot easier for us, but yeah. Alright, so here goes the XP. We're at exactly 0 XP, 61,900. We turn it in at gold credit. We get 9,000. No, never mind. I got a whole fucking level. Hey, never mind. I was like, I only got 9,000 XP. What the fuck? No, I got 70,000 XP. Yeah, 71,000 experience points for that. You can brute force you, Mira Husbando. Later on, not right now. And that also gave me 35 points towards my culinarian things. So, alright, so let's get the hell out of here. And if you want, if you really want to make it even easier, you can get gear in high quality. This is a level 15 pan and a level 10 knife. So the numbers would definitely fluctuate if I had level 30 gear and if this was all high quality. So this is easy mode. You can find older. This is like Stormblood. Is it Stormblood? Era food. This matcha. It's again. It'll give you a bunch of CP. How much CP is it going to give me? I have 237, so it's not going to be that much. It's going to be 15%, so it'll give me 32-ish. Yeah, it gave me 40, so I can't count. I'm a streamer. We've been brute forcing the expert crafting. I can't at this point. No, if you can find a recipe that you can really just ruin it say all day long, Finny. Use that one as much as you can. The system doesn't really, and Antonio and I were talking about this because Antonio doesn't like it, and I don't like it either. They hide certain missions behind other missions and only giving you 4. because they don't want you to be able to just spam the same mission over and over and over again. It's almost like they know that some of these missions are not very good intentionally. Turn lunar credits from an A rank. Very nice, Bretty. Shut the fuck. No, I'm saying we both genuinely dislike the system of where it hides thingies from us because it doesn't feel good. Alright, let's try another one here. So these are varying numbers, but I found that at the D rank missions, you could definitely use one macro to brute force all of it. And again, like your item level is below average for the selected mission. To more easily achieve a gold star rank, you may wish to purchase gear from the... You know, I don't need your gear. Let's go. How is this? This is... Difficulty-wise, oh, that's actually more quality. Nah, it's actually about the same thing, isn't it? Let's see. Innovation, 2-step macro. Well, 3 steps. 1. Good status ruins my science here because now I'll never know. But they have 80 durability, so we did brute force that segment. And this part is 67 again, so it's, again, 3 basic synthesis touches here. This is a whole new area, an area to itself. That's this place is also kind of it's got there's weather here, Beta, and it's sort of we're fighting fungus essentially. So there's all kinds of craters and growths here, as you can see. Look at the giant mushrooms back here. Look at the blue rocks there. It's just, there's space minerals. You can still get mad at being reminded. Absolutely valid.
Wow.
Alright, let's see.
Would you say there is a fungus among us?
Yes, I would actually. Thank you. Thank you for the biddies. Ooh, I can buy a ticket. Let's go. Alright, let's see. Let's get this. There's no red... Son of a... Good status is good, but it also is ruining my science. Let me look up here since the last red alert. There's one here now. What instance am I in? I'm in instance 2. Look for the cart. Look for the cart. There's a cart right there. All right. Find the cart. Go buy a ticket. I have 1,000 thingies now, so. All right. Submit application. I don't want to see the guy. Apply. All right. Let's go back to our recipe here. If you lose your recipe book, by the way, you click on your stellar missions again, and then the second button, your cosmic crafting log, will bring it back up. You complained that one popped. Nice. Hey, hello there, space traveler. How's it going, Max? Nice shirt. Yes, that way to submit your application. Alright, cool. So we're at 9,000 XP out of 65,000. This should level us up again, right? Yep, there it is. That put us at, that was 82,000 XP because it does scale. So level 30. You can't wait to get denied? Oh my god, Max, what if we got denied together? Oh my god, Max, what if? What if we both just got told no? The ops also give you bonuses for your next 20 leaves here. Yeah, there is a bonus applied to that. So this is worth doing. In case you're wondering, okay, well, they only give me 40-40. Why should I bother doing it? Because of the bonus that they give you. It's worth it. Look, when you take into account how much you have to do here, if you're going all in for everything, it's, yeah, it is. Hola, Ray. Buenos días. What's actual bonus? I think it's like, isn't it? It's plus, I don't know if it scales to level max. I know I was getting like plus 10 on food here from the previous one. or something along those lines. Oh, we went from dark synth to something else altogether. You gain boost for mission rewards. Yeah. Don't know how much, but you can see the arrow up. Yeah. There are vocals on this song. I might have to go back to something else. This playlist out starts very strong. All right, let's go back inside. I'll take it. Oh, look at this 4 in a row. Nope, too far away. I'll only get one here. Yeah. Again, you don't want to go over 20 because you're capped at 20 for this. So you want to take your 20 and then turn it in and get more, I guess. Didn't just wake up, but feeling like I'm catching a cold. Oh, that's not good. I hope not. That is a high pitch. Okay, good thing it stopped. This mech ops is next to your next mission. Nice. I feel like I should have gone into getting my minor and botanist first to make to get the bonuses. I don't like the song. It's got that high pitched sound that's bothered me greatly. You don't have to go. You don't have to make the dogs in the yard start barking. Thought my toilet was about to take off with that sound. Next song. Somewhere out there, Kowie's parents' dog is just barking. Also, so Kowie's parents have this golden doodle dog that's just dumber than a box of rocks. Bless her heart, she tries. But I saw a picture of a doodle that was shaved, so they looked like they had a lion's mane on. And apparently, Cowie and her mom don't think that would look very good. They don't want a lion dog. What's the point? There we go. That should be more. I mean, we have more than enough credit as it is. Shit, Cowie's here. Run. Are you trying to tell me that the lion doesn't look good with that? The golden doodle doesn't look good with that shave? I've seen cats with that shaved look. Yeah, and also it's really hot. It helps having them shaved down like that. Hello Lemon, how's it going on the moon, bud? It's going pretty good. We're out here vibing on the moon, getting credit, leveling up my character. We're gonna go to this forest over here with the mushrooms and hang out. But yeah, apparently the XP is just bonkers. I did one quest and I got an entire level. So I did 2 of them and I got 2 levels, so it's not bad. I mean, maybe it depends on the dog's age and where it lives. Yeah, no, in Nova Scotia during the summer, that poor dog definitely needs to be shaved every few months. It's just their fur is so dense. That's a nice view right there. Got some of the toxic lake down here. Got the planet. Got some mushrooms, some flying rabbit machines. All right, let's make some aquatic nutrient concentrate. What do we have for this? Stop showing me. Yes, I know my gear sucks. And one of the good things about being this low level is that you can macro craft everything. So let's write a macro for ourselves. Let's take a basic one. Yeah, that's about right. We're not gonna have that many steps anyway. New macro. What color should this be? We have purple, we have yellow, we have green, well, teal. We have red, we have blue and gray. We'll use gray. I don't normally use gray. Alright, let's put that there. So it starts off with innovation, which we have there, and then basic touch and standard touch. Basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, right, is what we have. Alright, and then from there we go into veneration, and then basic synthesis times 3, I guess. They're doing veneration, it's only 2. Veneration. These are the names of the skills, so we're writing the macro. We have to be exact in what we type in here. Basic. And then we'll rewrite the macro once we get to a higher level. And need to add more skills and all that. Alright, does it work? Let's see. It should work here. Terrible Frozen Pizza has sated the beast. Nice. Look, listen. Tasty. Tasty. I think I might have accidentally gotten aquatic rabbits. How many? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Time to revisit the macro. That didn't turn out the way we wanted to. So they had 40 durability. I didn't put a master's mend in. So, okay. Got it. Nailed it. This is an easy fix. Let's see. So innovation 1, 2, 3. So master's mend goes here. Alright, so master, make sure the spelling is exactly as it is. Okay. Let's try it again. Now adjusted. Beta got some snails, and they started procreating almost instantly as soon as they were in his tank, so Beta's gonna have more snails soon. There goes Master's Mend, which refreshes our durability. There goes Veneration, and should be a couple of touches here, 1 and 2. Dog's coats help keep them cool as well as warm. That's why it enrages me when I see a shaved husky. It can actually be extremely bad for them to shave them. Yeah, I mean, each dog's different, right? You have to take health concerns into account and all that sort of stuff. Snailed it. Snailed it. Indeed. But yeah, Lemon, it's going pretty good. The crafting itself is pretty great. The missions themselves are alright. The expert missions, the higher end, are something else altogether, but it's not too bad. I just want to see how many levels I can get in the next 2 hours. Can we get to level 100? It is essentially timed, right? So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 steps, so 24 seconds per craft at this point. Human lag notwithstanding, we're looking at a level every 30 seconds. As long as this rotation holds up, which isn't too bad, which is honestly significantly better than things were at the lower level before this initial administration. There goes another level up. We unlock Class C, which should give us... I gotta be level 50? Well, that's not going to take long at all, is it? Yep, macro still stands for this. So this macro will work for just about every single D rank mission if you're level 27 or higher. So that's pretty good. This does mean, and again, this I think you're going to be in the same boat as you're out 100% ready. I'm going to out level everything. You have your relic research capped, but can't upgrade it because you're not at level yet. Yeah. I mean, this one's going to be... I'm getting 50 points per, so... this will definitely get me to the cap at 200. I mean, Hardy's at like several hundred over her required analysis on some of her relics as well. I think that's just how crafting's gonna work. Obviously, because she's higher level, she can just keep on going, but yeah. Just keep cooking? Yep, just keep cooking. That's not a bad thing because you need even more of each level for to upgrade your relic. Yeah. Yep. It's not a bad thing, but it's also just kind of funny that you're ready to go to get the next relic and you can't. There's another level, 88 grand per. So this does give you a chance to actually go in and crank out all the missions that you don't have gold thingies for. So there's no actual On your Fisher one, you're at the cap for what I can get right now. What's going on, Zara? The one for Bunny, you're at 24.94, 23.26, 15.19, and 7.65. Gotcha. Yeah, I will say I really like how they handled the relics. Right, if you're capped out, then if you're at the cap of 100. Then you're kind of boned on all the real bonuses and benefits that you get out of this, and you're just grinding. But at the lower level, this is fantastic. Like this works out really good. You no longer have to worry about getting tools and everything. Again, my gripe is that I feel like the relics should be a main hand and an off hand. It should be a combo. You should get both instead of just one. Unrelated, but someone tell me not to pre-order the Persona cookbook that releases in 5 months. We're getting it as well, Ray. It's very expensive though. Isn't it like 40 Canadian or 50 Canadian? One quest, one level, right? Oh, I didn't level. No, I did level up. Never mind. I just got so much XP it lapped. Alright, what happens if I go back here and... What is this song? Let's turn this in. Again, probably won't be able to do much with it afterwards. Report research data. Culinarian. Yes. Alright, so this tool is now what? Level 30. You know what? We're gonna go back here. that thing goes off the deep end, don't worry about it. How do you know that neighbor? See, they have meat dimension. You know what? It better. I guess now I can actually equip this, right? Because I was using my little level 15 tool. So we can actually use this now as our primary tool. Statistically, it's 65. So that's going to fuck up my macros, what it's going to do. Because it's not too much worse, too much better. Alright, let's see how this works out for us. It doesn't matter which one it is because they're all the same macro anyway. Let's see. So statistically, numbers wise, that's 2 touches now. So I don't even need veneration for this. I can actually remove that from the macro, which is nice. 37 is 74, so it's exactly that. Love that. And these numbers don't matter because it's all bonus. It's going to require 3 moves anyway. Let's adjust the macro. Imagine not having trash gear. Shout chat in I1 is being annoying. You're in 3. Yeah, I'm in 3. Come on over, buddy. Me and Max are out here vibing in 3. Macros. And remember, the relics start at level 10. So once you get it, use it. It's statistically, you probably won't be able to get better anyway. Let's remove that veneration for now. I'm sure I won't come to regret this, right? Then again, that removes 3 seconds off of our rotation, and we're going to be doing several hundreds of these. Then 3 seconds, it does add up. Okay, so it didn't go full 100% credit there. Interesting. Still got high quality out of it. Why is it not max quality? Maybe because of my offhand? Because they do scale with you, right? So you can't just go through and cheese it too much. Got a good status there, which is fine. That'll get us 100% there, I believe. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You have another question. Ask away, Finny. I have answers. Ooh, we have great strides now. Okay. What if we do that? Then we great strides, our last basic touch, and that'll count for all the quality we'll ever need. Yeah. All right. If I get a good excellent, is it generally better to use the touch synth program? Yes, absolutely. The numbers on those are insane and they cost a lot less. I believe the progress one costs you 8 CP. No, the top one is 8 CP, the bottom one is 18 CP. The bonuses are insane every single time. Whenever you get a proc, you'll want to either use it for progress points, because obviously an excellent status for your progression is incredible. It's 4 times as much progress. But you can also remember you can use what's it called? Tricks of the trade to get 20 CP back. So if you find yourself struggling in a situation, don't be afraid to take the 20 CP back. All right, application time, Max. Let's go. Let's get the night together. So whenever you get a proc, absolutely. It's one of the reasons why I was saying if you switch to specialist on the classes you're working on, because that specialist will then have access to be able to use up the free tricks of the trade whenever you want it. Right, let's go look at that. Hi, Brady. I gotta go over here to buy an offhand. Give me a second. Right here. Merchant. I require something better than what I got right now, please. I am a culinarian. I require a better offhand, please. Oh, okay, let's see. They only have, let's see, 31. Let's buy that one. Steel culinary knife. Hi, Brady. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so I have a level 11 knife I made myself. So statistically, that'll definitely be much better for us. You're almost capped on blue credits. Very nice. Time to spend them. Remember, you do get a shit ton from some of these things. So like, don't get capped. There's one that gives you like 4,000, 3,000 or whatever. So be careful with that. All right, here we go. 22 seconds. Just paying them now. Yeah. Ready to not get in? The three of us are so ready to not get in. Should I say 1K for the if you ever get to the pilot? Yeah. I always buy one ticket. Just oh shit, you lied. Max can't stay with us anymore. Don't worry, Max. I'll just be over here on the ground. Please don't run me over. You're trying to say between 2 to 3K so I can buy pilot license. Yeah. Getting a pilot license is the best use of those points. Always get one. Hope that you get chosen and then have at it. But definitely want to always have a pilot ticket on. That person's name is Pie Flavor. What flavor pie do you think they are? Their FC is called Bake. I respect it. Pie flavor. It was a trick question, Brady, and you passed. Raspberry, might be raspberry. They have the Blue Ranger title, so it might be blueberry. Shepherd, I go for shepherd pie right now. You got some metallic pie? Hell yeah, metallic pie. Love that band. I'm just drilling up ready because I don't actually have any crystals. Let's go over here. I thought if you were chosen, you get the pilot license. No, it eats up your pilot license once. It's one ticket per thing. You get it back if you're not chosen. Hola Rosa, good afternoon. So if you get chosen, it eats it up. Ava, well, yeah, and so you have to, you got to commit to it. But if you don't get picked, you get your license back. And you can only hold one, which is a scam. I want to hold 20. Let me hold all the tickets. I don't get why that's a limitation in any capacity. Just got back from hanging out with Alistair. Nice. He says hello. My regards next time you see him. Alistair's a good dude. Hopefully you had a good time. Which one of these giant mechs is Max? Let's drill his ankles out from under him. Where's Max at? Is that him? He just jumped over me. Oh, you can't keep getting away with that. Fucking Max just... That's not OSHA safe? Just putting that out there. Alright, I should go turn mine in. Let's steal his big rocks. Let's steal his big rocks. Yeah. Well, he might laser us to death as well. We can get an option for pilot ops for our crystal one. So we're... Oh no! Yeah, is it gonna be... Are they enough to patch already for this? By the way, there's no feeling like getting a fiver on these crystals, by the way. Just destroying 5 crystals at once and seeing the spam of corrupted crystals going to your inventory. It's a good shit. Oh, hi, Max. Where are you? Get back here. Get back here. Aw. Oh, hi. I'm glad you got in, Max. I'm glad you got in. I'm gonna go over here. What the hell's over here? There's like a thingy over here amongst the bad rocks. All right, I still have a thing. I never reported this. Another spice processing, 106 grand XP again. Another level. You know, they need to streamline the the class quest. Maybe leave them there for flavor, but remove the skills that are... No, because nobody will ever do them. Time to spin the wheel. Everyone wants a big wheel, Mag. But yeah, Rosa, whenever you want to get into this, it's pretty great for XP. I'm getting essentially a level per quest. And it takes about 90 seconds to do a quest. I want to do my... I won't let me up there. Did we just lose the planet? Oh, it's over there. Never mind. Planet's being shy. Alright, let's do some more. We did just get a new offhand. That's not very good, but it's whatever. So let's see how it affects our stats here. This craft is 50. Oh, this is one of the weird ones, so we can't really macro this because it's being weird. Alright, so we'll do quality first. We'll just do innovation, do our touches here, which should be one touch and done. Wedding night. We don't have anything here. Don't look at... I'm not looking at you, rapid synthesis. No one's looking at you, rapid synthesis. Get out of here. All my homies hate rapid synthesis, except for the homies that love rapid synthesis. But yeah, I need to level crafters from scratch. Asm started explaining stuff for me too. I just need to compound rental. Whenever you want to do it, I can walk you through it in super easy, mega easy fashion. You just let me know, and I can, yeah. I got one singular materia 12. Wow, Brady. There goes the market. Market's already crashing. Market is fucking done. I got 4 credits each because if it failed, Jesus, Finny. It sucks. It feels bad that the system is that unwell, laggy, bugged. Rapid is based until it fails. Then it's gotta get Sábado Gigante. Yeah, I agree. Rapid synthesis has saved your butt here so much. It is used a ridiculous amount in expert crafting, or it can be. I don't. I choose to use the normal systems in place and remove as much RNG as possible, but I understand. Yeah, Switch, I want to say that and say thank you. I appreciate it. I need someone to tell me to not be a dumb bitch. But does that mean anything if it comes from another dumb bitch? Is it then watered down? How does that work? But yeah, no, I can walk you through it in a pretty easily digestible means of understanding it. There was another level. I was 27. Yeah, I'm 36 now. I was 28. Yeah, it usually gets me that whenever I'm calling myself a dumb bitch as well. I don't know. I don't have any mod thingies at all going, Rosa, so wait. Iggy was Sábado Gigante last night as well. He sent me a TikTok of it with Don Francisco a while ago, but Iggy's out here unlocking core memories. 23k points on armor, very nice. Alright, is this back to macro? This is back to macro. Return to macro. Ooh, this is higher numbers. How is this going to work out? Let's see. Quality. Alright, let's see. Macro, do your work. I want to get the clown on your stream, but I'm too lazy to look into it. Okay, so not max credit there. That's all the Gigante one. Yeah, let's say I'm on your stream all the time. What are you talking about? Alright, so just 2 of those will suffice. Okay. So if I add the great strides there. Basic, standard, basic. Alright. Alright, there we go. Great strides. That should suffice for this particular. This will cover all crafts as well, by the way. Let's see. Listen. Alright, so innovation, basic touch, the next touch, great strides, under thing should be 90%. I mean, I'm willing to risk it. I'll eventually do it enough to get high quality, right? 90% surely would not give me normal quality, right? Right? Ready? I was experimenting off stream with my expert crafts, and I was like, okay, it's Stormblood all over again. It was like I was back in Nam with the amount of explosions that came from hasty touch. I failed 8 hasty touches in a row, Brady. %60 chance of success. Pero Rosa, you know what? We'll keep it super simple. If you go to choose one crafter, only one. Open up your book. to get to level 10, do the quest first of all that they give you there, because the quests will give you the crystals that you need to make your crafts, because you need these for crafting, regular normal style crafting. Make everything down the list that's easy to make. The vendor, the merchant inside the you got them all to level 10. Oh, you get to go then. Just show up here and do the quest. It starts at level 10. Old Charlene at the docks. There's a lopper there dressed in red. They'll walk you through the quest, and once you get in here, we can definitely talk that out easily enough. If you're already at level 10, then it's very easy it's very simple. Not easy, simple to get you going on that. Wait, I can't do those yet because I'm not level 50. Okay, how many missions do I have here? So I've gold ribboned every single thing here. All right, you go away. I was just very quiet. I unlocked it and came here and did one group event, hitting the fuel little robots, which was what felt like 300,000 players running back and forth over to the rovers and battery packs. I got overwhelmed after finishing it and left. Yeah, so you can ignore those. Those give you bonuses if you do it, but you just want to click on this button here. This brings up your missions, the stellar missions. You pick whichever one of down here because you're only gonna have Class D missions. Ignore everything else. You can't interact with anything else at this point, so just focus on those. Doesn't matter which one you pick. And then let me know what the numbers are like, and I can tell you. I mean, at level 10, you're only gonna have so many skills, right? Let's see. So at level 10, you only have up to here, rapid synthesis. So yeah, you just hit basic touch. Get down to 10 points. I'll show you here. So you'll just use basic touch until this bottom bar of quality fills up. But once it gets to 10, you don't want to go past that. I'm in a pizza coma now. Oh no. Oh no. I think this is what I started doing a couple. They're like leaves. Yeah, they're exactly like leaves. They're just like leaves. So again, for yours, you would just hit basic touch until you fill out this bar. There is a vendor in the city that sells gear for your level, and so you just buy that, and it'll be more than enough. At level 10, equip your tool that they give you from the NPC from the first quest to give you a little coffer, so you can use that as well. It'll give you one that's free, so use that. But the UI is pretty straightforward. You hit basic synthesis, fill quality bar until full. Use Master's Men to so you don't want to go 0 out of 40 because that means you finished the craft or you ran out of durability. That's not what you want to do. But yeah, just hit basic until you get to enough quality or wherever you're happy at, depending on your CP. Master's Men refreshes your durability up to for 30 points. So if you're at 10, it goes back up to 40. If this is like, you know, an 80-point one, you'll go up to 30. Like I said, you're at 10, you'll go up to 40 out of 80. So just use that whenever you're down to 10. And then basic synthesis is progress. That'll just finish off your recipe. It does depend on, the numbers do change, so it's hard for me to tell you what exactly. But at this point, you only have these numbers, so that's all I got to do. See, I'm only missing one single A-class mission now. Everything else is gold rank, but this one won't show up. Same, I'm in the same boat. I have one that won't show up at all, max. First job out of college. One day I got a little Caesars hot and ready on the way home from work. Ate the whole thing, then passed out on the couch. Can't do that anymore, but it's a cherished memory. Yeah. Yeah. Could also be locked behind map upgrade. There's also that. Get locked out, nerd, like the rest of us. 98%. Surely that went normal quality on me, right? Okay, it didn't. Alright, and then yeah, just hit the same stellar missions once you're done. Report it, done. XP. I wonder how far I can go before I can actually have to upgrade anything gear-wise. I mean, so if I'm stuck in D rank, then obviously the sync and all that, but I guess we'll see. The number did go up in quality though. That's how it worked in Redstone? Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. When does the base actually progress? Is it when the big bar is full? Yes. Everyone's waiting on the big bar, Max. When you have 3 to go. I like how you can set an alarm. So the way Garden Restoration worked initially was, ooh, it doesn't scale exactly. I'm 2 points short. Okay. I see you, game. Once it was fully unlocked, the party would happen every other day. So every other day you come back and you partake in the good. So I'm not sure how the system's going to work because it's not like that system. But I'd assume that the red alerts will just happen normally as they're doing now, but that might actually change. How did it work? Did they kick everybody out? I don't know. I think there was a cutscene if you were still inside when it happened for Resto. And then once the cutscene ends, it's essentially a loading zone that allows you to, that loads up the new iteration. And ta-da! There you are, you're in the new zone. Back to the biggest pull in Cosmic Relay history, do it. Yeah, and as Livik said, there are cutscenes you can see here in video log. You can see how they upgrade in each single segment. So if you were here at the first one, you got to see a stellar beginning to thing. So load this in, impossible. It's too much. Not even by our PCs combined could we load all that. Time to finish up dinner. Thanks for hanging out, Osric. Have a good evening, dude. We'll see you mañana over at Psyche's. And have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Alright. Yeah, so this macro is now coming up short a little bit in regards to quality because of the scaling, which is fine. That is reflective of my gear. Also, yeah, I guess that's one thing to consider, right? Still a level per leave. Consider your challenge log. If you do need stuff, there is stuff like, again, bonus XP for whatever crafter, whatever XP or whatever class you're on when you finish these. So if you're desynthesizing 5 items, that's a chunk of XP you can get right there. Just make sure that you're on a crafter or gatherer when you're desynthing, because that'll be XP for whatever class you're on. You can even do it for combat classes. It's kind of weird. I didn't qualify. I'm shocked. 2 normal spins to prime the wheel, and then 10 big bang tickets. Ooh. That's a lot of big bang tickets. I've only gotten into the thing like twice, so congrats. Botany 0.8, congratulations, Azam. Mega progress. Oh, creaky chair. Alright, so we have 35 seconds until the thing, and I've already done every single mission. The Aquatic Ink one seems like it's a lot. It's more work but less XP. Huh. Okay, well, we'll do this. We'll get out the flamethrowers and then we'll get in there and do what we can. Oh no, Max has his gavel out. You know he's ready to go when the gavel is out. Where are we? There's some over there. My favorite part is when these start initially and they're, I guess, bugged out or not loaded in yet, and you can't get any credit for actually hitting them. Not what I meant to do, but I'll take that double. These are gonna suck though once this dies out, and it is gonna die out after a week or so. There can be less people here, especially once people get the items that they want, the glamour, the goods, and they just bounce. Hopefully these scale to the amount of people not in the zone. They wouldn't do that again, right? Like in Eureka, they would scale according to whoever actually registered for it. That way we're not here for a prolonged period, right? Ooh, got 3. Should get 3 here as well. Nope, only 2. We're up to 9 already. So that's 29. Ooh, oh, 4. That was nice. Oh, look at this little cluster over here. Hello, little cluster. Can this be a 4? That's gonna be a 3. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, I'll take it. Also, for these that are new here, welcome on in. My name is _9. Hopefully, you're enjoying some Final Fantasy yourselves, or just the vibe in general. I do normally stream at 6 p.m. Eastern in the evenings. And our current evening game is The Last of Us. We're replaying it. I played it once. Beat it years and years ago. During the PS4 era, so pre-PS5. And so with the show airing season 2, thought it'd be a good idea to go back in there and, you know, refresh on the totality of the story in the game, not necessarily the show, just so that we can see the story there and be peppered for the rest of season 2. So we started it yesterday, so we're still early on. We're going into downtown area, keeping it vague for that game. Look at these trees. These are pretty. But that'll be tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, so we're not ending stream now. It's just, you know, giving the spiel. Look at that. That's actually quite pretty. This alien landscape. All right, let's do some more of these. Let's get to level 50. So far, ooh, 790. Okay, I'm gonna have to start adding more touches here. Let's see how the macro does. So this is only 2 touches. Is that poo-poo in the backdrop? No. It's a Loprit contraption. It's got rabbit ears and everything on it. Alright, that skewed the macro because it landed on a good status. This should be 3... yeah. It's going to be 3 touches there for progress because... it's a lot. But I don't think I have any other skills at this point, do I? Actions and traits. So we're level 38 now. 38, 39? I can't see. 39. So we have Still no real skills. We're still stuck on this. So that's fine. We can just work with this. It doesn't mean I have to add another skill to my macro though. User macros. We'll take this great strides out from here. We'll add it there and add a standard touch here. Innovation, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch. Innovation will wear off. Great strides into the last standard touch. Master's Mend, which I don't think I need for something that's, you know, 80 durability. Basic. Alright, I can do that. We'll leave it there for now because I might need it for something else. Let's try the macro now. You're a Lopper contraption? I am, but only on the weekends. Alright, so we got our touch, next touch, basic touch, great strides, thing wears off, this goes into standard touch, which will more than cover that, yeah. And then, again, don't need Master's Mend there. What I need to do is get all my crafters up to level 40, I think, is what I'm going to do first and foremost. That way the macro can stay uniform across the way, because the other classes aren't going to be able to use this macro soon if I don't account for that. So we'll get to level 40, which will happen with this craft here, and then we'll switch up to another crafter and get them all to 40. Orbiting Way is just cheating away in this guy. Probably. It feels that way. Did you not get anything out of it, Zara? Did you get anything good? What were you looking for? Mount, glamour, emotes. Also, on every single of my alts, the first thing I'm gonna buy is the rage emote because it's too good. Margaret, my love, give me that emote. Dyes and delineations, that is brutal, dude. I'm so sorry. That RNG is not being kind. Alright, report. Yay! All in good taste, level 40. I mean, honestly, if I hadn't been dicking around, you know, per streamer deal, that would have been a lot faster. Alright, Eric, sure. Chocobo Tail Saw. Alright, we're naked again. As is tradition. Poor Foo. Let's do this. Okay, that'll work. No, not that one. I don't know why I bother adjusting the portraits like this. It's not like there's ever going to be an instance where our portraits as crafters are going to be shown, but here we are. Alright, so same gear as before. Whoa, holy shit, what a tryhard. I melted gear for this character. Made by Harlequin Deranged, my main. Jesus. Yeah, that +1 control is going to help out a lot. So I had a fully melded set of gear for level 30 plus. Oh, that's disgusting. Who overmelds on this level of gear? Nerd? Yeah, apparently. Jesus. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not mad at that. Good job, me in the past. Alright, let's get to it. Again, these macros are borrowed from Harley. They mean nothing because we don't even have these skills, so let's get rid of them. Where is that macro? Alright, let's see how this works for us. 504.70 is pretty easy, but again, it scales down to your level, so it should be pretty straightforward here. 1, 2, so this does, you need a Master's Mend because the recipe is 40 durability. And it's going to break here because it's out of sequence now because of the level 40 rotation. Yep. Alright, so noted. That's fine. I knew that was going to happen. I was hoping it wouldn't, but All right, you, great strides. Get out of there. Nobody needs you yet. Could you just write a second macro with the adjustment for level 35 plus? So let's see, innovation, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch. So you need to remove that standard touch there because that'll go into thingy. Master's Bend will put us back at thing. Basic, basic. All right, that'll work. Should anyway. Let's see. Excellent status. Thanks. Yep. And obviously, again, any food will do, but like stuff like matcha tea from Stormblood will serve you just as fine. It gives you plenty of CP extra, little bonus stats. Are your bars unlocked? Yes. But thankfully, I'm only hitting one macro, so I should be okay there. Alright, let's see how it goes. Thank you, though. Where's your tea? I just finished my tea. I need a second tea. Where's my tea at, Wolfie? Alright, that'll Master's Mend it back up to 40 durability, and then... boink, boink. And then that should get us to level 35. Yep, they can now accept the next level job quest. It's gonna suck going back and doing job quests. And you are gonna have to do them. Again, at the higher end, you're gonna need manipulation and the suite of skills that we have, so feels bad, man. But they gotta get done. Alright, this should suffice, but it might be at that wonky stage here. You drank it, there you go. Beta drank it, fed it to his snails. Tisk tisk. I might go put on the kettle though, since I have another hour and change to go. Your snails won't stop. No, they won't. All right, so that's obviously out of whack there. That's not good. We have, we have skills here. We can adjust for this and compensate for the last 200 points. Well, 150, 160 points. There we go. Where the macro fails, we can compensate. So what went wrong there? Is it just 3 touches don't suffice? I think that's what it is. I think this is the tipping point at 36. Sorry, 35. So yeah, we'll just write 2 macros for this. I'm not going to be adjusting macros over and over and over again. We'll just use them for 30 to 35. And then this will be 35 to 40. I know it doesn't make any sense because it's... listen. Alright, so innovation, basic touch, standard touch. I don't want to make 3 macros. I don't want 2 macros. Let's try this for now. No, why am I acting? No. Great strides, by the way. Alright, that should work. We added great strides in there. Let's see if it does it. It should be enough here. 654. That great strides will do work for us. Thanks, Good Touch, for winning my science, because now it's just throwing everything out the window. That covered the 200 point gap or so there, so that's good. It gave us 273 points. which is good. All right, that's not enough there for that to cover the end. But that's this particular quest, and not necessarily every quest that we're going to have. So it works for this very well. I'll let this macro run. I'm going to set the kettle for another hot drink. Let's see. At least they lay eggs in clusters above the water, so I can scrape them off. I posted them in PetPal yesterday with a tank update. You also taught me that snails have a foot. They have a foot? Only one? I forgot my mug. Alright, let's finish this one. And that'll wrap up this leave. Pretty view? Yeah, we're in the forest. Let's get our level. Level 36. Oh, there it is. Another chance to fail. Submit pilot application. I have 2 minutes. We can do another one. This is 3 combined, so let's go fast. Oh, this is gonna fail, I think, because it's the wrong macro for this. Let's see. Actually, no, it might. It might not, because Master's Man? Yeah, alright, so it'll work. Because I haven't added the extra skill yet, so it's fine here. Hit that again. I'll go pour my tea, BRB. All right. My application was not selected. Yay! Love that for me. You've been chosen. Nice! Get it done, Finny. Yeah, this XP is insane. I love it. Crafting shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't be something that takes as long as everything else does, since it is its own bit of content. So I'm glad they added this. I always felt like Ishgarden Restoration should have covered a wider swath of levels, but it starts at 20, so should be able to buy manipulation with moon money, so I don't have to do the class quest. I agree. They'd be nice. That would actually be a pretty cool use of the currencies. Make it expensive. I don't care. Much like the class quest for post Shadowbringers, where it's just flavor. It'd be nice if they deviated. I pay 10k blue for crafter for that shit. Nobody, you have to go back to ARR and find tier 3 materia, specific tier 3 materia, and add that to the piece of gear that you just made. I'm sorry. Yoshi P demands the pain and suffering. That's still a quest. That's still a quest line for all the crafters. Referred that memory blurred. I'm sorry. That's still a thing for crafters in ARR in the 40s. Go meld this specific materia into this specific piece of gear, and only then will Beaten be happy. You gave me the material for that when I did it on my... Did I really? Yeah, I did. I used to hoard those battle material too. Now I only hoard the crafter and gather ones now. And so, unfortunately, no longer her service I provide. Ooh, a 3-fer right here. Maybe 4? A 4-fer? I got 4 and I can't turn it in. I'll go fuck myself. Alright, so we've done our dailies. Also, there are dailies, by the way. So make sure that you are doing your dailies so you can get the bonuses from that. You essentially get 1 free gamba a day if you do your dailies. So come look at your hammer. You can't just ask me that in public. Where are you? At base again? So far away to go. Oh my god. Oh, I had to teleport. For free. Where is it, Max? I don't see it. I don't see it. Where's it at? Are you holding it? They do say the space is very cold, right? So maybe that's the case? That is. Is this a hammer for ants? I think they shipped it wrong. It's bad. Yeah, Max, whip it out. I'll come over here. Oh, it is, Rosa. It is. It's that little teeny tiny thing that he's holding in his hand there. Alright, let's get Carpenter to 40. I can't climb up here, nice. Look at our... I mean, this space is going to encompass this entire space, right? Like, there's going to be stuff all over here. That's what this crater is for. So we're essentially filling the moon's hole here. Love it. I'm sure that's exactly what Heidelin would have wanted for us. All right. 646. Yeah, that's macro number 2. Is it a disk drive? Is it really just attached to a handle? Your disk drive is massive. Oh, yeah, ready? Your weaver's needle. Yeah, that I mean, it literally is. It looks like it. 88%. That's fine. I'm not going to adjust the macro for 12%, especially since they give you so many for your 3 attempts. What are you doing on that rock? Get your ass back into the mine and keep. I'm still crafting. My mine is up here. I'm still crafting. See, charcoal. I just made some fieldwork charcoal. Only the finest for our base. I don't know what you need charcoal for up here. I'm sure it's a fuel for something. I just don't know for what. All right, you know, we'll move you over here. Craft faster. It's not physically possible for me to craft faster than I'm already crafting. The system doesn't allow for. I mean, if I wasn't talking and I'd hit my button there, I guess I could have crafted faster there, but there's literally a built-in delay that I cannot go any faster. The machine is doing the button presses for me, for the flesh is slow. He didn't ask you if you could craft faster, he told you to craft faster. It's true, but I can't. Sounds like anti-capitalist messaging. 100%. 100%. This is what being a hardcore crafter is like, being able to reduce macros. Yes, that is the most efficient step of crafting, Finny. The lower your the less steps your rotation, that's a sign of efficiency. It's all about being efficient. All right, let's redeem that. Another level. Again, it is 1 level per. It is like 3 crafts for a level, so this will get us to level 40. And should finish off our relic. Yeah, it's there. It's done. Just a matter of going back and talking to the Lopert. But yeah, that's what I've always held as what defines somebody as, you know, a really good crafter is the efficiency of your macros. How close can you cut it so you can do less work? It's what I've always tried to aim for in regards to bettering myself as a crafter. Obviously, is there a need for that? No, if you don't care, then that's fine. It doesn't matter. I just personally like to bring it down to the least amount of work as possible within the systems that we are given. Just memorize rotation and you save even more time. Yeah, you could do that. You can do that for sure as well. Does you reduce action delay? Yeah, I don't trust my ping though enough to do it that way. I'm gonna try to get things to not using food or pots versus less work, only because I forget about food and pots sometimes. Valid. The solo is a lazy perfectionist. Yes, 100% Silmar. Absolutely. Let's get that. Let's get that rotation, so I have to do less work. But yeah, that is the other way as well, to get it to a point where you don't need the other iteration of that also, Finny, is a lot of people go for being able to make high quality guaranteed with only normal quality materials. So there's different ways to look at it. There's different means of trying to achieve perfection for how you'd like to craft. There goes level 40. No, level 39, because I was level 38. I wasn't level 39. I'm just a dumb bitch. I can't count. You have a question? Ask away, Max. What can I do for you? Ooh, this is a different one. Okay. So we pop that because that's easy mode. And then just veneration is 4 of these. That's gonna be 5. Are the requirements for each craft different for each class, or are they shared? What do you mean requirements? Which requirements? There's several of them. Do you mean like your stats? Like, can I use my arm macros for... If your stats are the same, yes. The numbers should be the same for everything. Obviously, you have to find, in regard to the variance will be in recipes. But if you're talking non-expert crafting, like outside of this bullshit, into regular crafting, yes. I use the exact same macros for my alchemist, for my gear. As long as the numbers are the same, that's all that matters. But yeah, in regards to this here, you got to find the right quests. And I'm sure that there's identical quests numbers wise. You just have to find which ones are the same ones. So it requires a little bit of hunting on your behalf to find those quests. But yeah, numbers are numbers. That's all it is. And I can guarantee you that all the quests number wise they're equivalent. They're all the same. The carpenter one is going to be the same quest for the other one for the all 8 crafters. It's just the variance is going to be in the name, but you have to find it, right? Like, what's the blacksmithing equivalent of this quest? Yay, level 40. Where's my next class quest for this? Let's see. Let me turn on the widget for where's the MSQ widget? UI HUD. Where is MSQ? My class quest for her is a carpenter in need. Level 15 carpenter. Alright, let's go back in and turn this in. Watch out for your specialist boost. Also, yes, that is something to account for. Good call, Ray. Your specialist does give you extra CP in the little. If you have the little stone equipped, it gives you CP and craftsmanship or control. One of the two. It gives you bonuses stats, so you gotta watch out for that because that will nail you. You keep failing this 25 durability craft. Is it one of the expert ones? The one of the higher end ones? Carpenter, turn it in. Give me that version 0.2. Very nice. Let's equip that. It is level 30, and that'll carry us up to level 50. So that's a-okay. Chocobo Tail Saw, you served me well. Thank you for your service. I didn't even upgrade my offhander. I still had a level 5 carpenter one. Not expert, but now I'm wondering, is the durability restored by manipulation calculated after the initial loss? Oh, are you using like groundwork or preparatory touch when you're too low? Because there's penalties to using those skills when the colors change to... If you're too low on your durability, it essentially just fucks you over. Some skills are like that. If you're at like 10, if you're at 10 and you're using groundwork or preparatory touch, it'll eat it up. And yeah, it goes down first and then up 5 is how it's calculated. We just don't see it and do that because it calculates instantly. Yep. That's how it works in practice, though. You left so many crafts because of that. It does feel bad when it just chomps you up. But yeah, that is a thing. Oh my god, I'm gonna sell my max melded level 32. Jesus. Alright, I guess Blacksmith is next. And give me that melded gear. That sweet, sweet melded gear. Jeez. Fix your portrait. There we go. We have a level 18 hammer. How good is that compared to the actual relic? So 48, 28. So it is better at this point, but the tool, oh yeah, I get it. If there is repo tonight, I will be out. I have been up since 4 a.m. and I am too bitchy for social interaction. Valid. I don't know if there is. I think a lot of us are on that crafty bit. We might do it tomorrow though. So we'll see. Yo, repo his fur bean, do it. So blacksmith is 32, so again, we'll remove our Harley macros, which don't belong here. And add our actual macros for this character. That macro will get us to 35, and then we can just worry about that afterwards. And again, if you guys need low-level macros, just let me know. There isn't a lot of skills to work with there, so there isn't a lot to manipulate. But there's still some finagling you can do if you so desire. Wow. Tomorrow's good for you. There you go. Good to Friday night. Friday night repo. I didn't even look. Like, give me max credit, right? Mod abuse. I'm so sorry, Cub. I'd like to apologize on solo_9 Industries for the abuse you have just endured at the hands of. Oh, I'll do it again. Never mind. I might have a big sleep today due to going out and being social. No, I get that, Rosa, absolutely. I do it. I mean, I get it. Bay has some very good emotes. I need to hire Bay's artist and get some emotes for myself. Mech op opportunity. Time to fail my mech application. Again. The Screaming is amazing. No, Bay's emotes are fantastic. The artists that made them are all very, very talented. Once tax season is done, I'm definitely getting more emotes. So I'm wondering if Cosmic Exploration is going to make me finally figure out how to build your own macros instead of relying on Teamcraft. I mean, if it's something you're interested in doing, Levick, nothing beats the customization of what you've got going on. The Teamcraft stuff is fine. It serves its purpose. It gets you to where you need to be. Thank you for the biddies, indeed. It serves its purpose, and it's good information, but I think it's a good starting point to getting you to customize things to what you're doing. Because once you do get this Moon's content is serving as a primer for how to craft. In the way they structured the D rank missions to the C rank missions to the B rank missions, they're teaching you the various steps. So if you take it in, even by hitting those macros, you can definitely customize your macros to be more efficient and more tuned to your stats. Though the Teamcraft stuff is fine. It'll work for you. Like, you don't have to take it that extra step, but you could if you wanted to. If it's something that appeals and that you find fun. I find it fun. I've never used Teamcraft outside of their calculator to write macros for friends, because the calculator is pretty easy for that purpose. But I don't use Teamcraft for anything. You don't really need it once you have a basic understanding of how the game works. But there's no shame in using it. It's a tool. It's like Garland tools, right? Yeah, let's fucking go. This would be a good place to learn because there's no drawback to failing. Yeah. It's not like day one of crafting stream or the 7.2 where I blew up somebody's like their earring. I replaced all the materials myself because I was doing science, but yeah. I can gold pretty much everything, but A rank with mid-tier pentamelds, but I'm guessing A ranks aren't really meant to be macroed. You can brute force some of them. Some of them are very brute forceable, Levick, but some of them are not. Some of them you can, but then you have like a 3 macro 45-step rotation to account for the randomization of the stats and bonuses. But yeah, this is a very good place. I think that's part of the reason why they made it this way. And the rings have time limits? Yes. Oh, that's a trick, Finny. The randomization aspect of the expert crafts are there so that you can't account for that. You just have to wing it. If somebody tells you they've cracked the code, it's not really a code to crack for expert crafts. It's just you have to deal with the randomization because it's always different. Every single craft is always going to be different. It's about learning what's there and how to handle those. It's just about matter. That's all it is. Like somebody can teach you how to deal with those, but it's ultimately it's just a game of getting that and figuring it out. Look at Solu Ghost Ride his whip. He's so proud. We out here trying, Cub. Ah, they stole my thingy. I came up short. Just like real life. I just don't really know where to start with it. Yeah, it depends on the craft, and that's the thing. This this particular kind of expert crafting has really just thrown a lot of expert crafting out the window because we had two kinds of expert crafting before this, and now the variability is just eat my ass, whoever that was on that tractor. Those were my alien baubles to explode. But now you have to account for which recipe you're doing and how it behaves under those circumstances and just stuff like that. So it's a big, long content thing. Remember, we're getting a planet per patch. So 7.3 is going to have another planet. 7.4 is going to have another planet. And as you get exposed to it more, you'll be able to crank it out. You'll get to the point where Iggy and I are, where we know how to do this. We just don't like it. So, and I will say, even being max pentamelded, and I am BIS for my melds and everything, it doesn't make it any easier, really. It's you still have to deal with the process of expert crafting. It is a system thing, not necessarily. Would you say they plan it? They plan it in advance. Yes. Eat that fucking tomato you just got thrown at. All right, we got the big bang ticket. Let's see what we get out of this. I look forward to my delineations I'm about to get. And also, if you are starting crafting for the first time, remember once you get to Heaven's Ward, is it 55? Might be 55. There's a quest there to unlock specialists, and the specialist stone you get 3 of them, and you can change it 3 times a week, I think. I don't know if they've changed that since the original implementation, but it gives you bonus stats. So work on 3 crafters for the week, work those crafters up, maybe get your relic done in a week if you're that hardcore, and then swap it out. It's an item you have to buy. It's 400 purple scripts off of the script vendor, and you can swap out your special. This shows you how antiquated the system is. In order to change your specialist, you don't just swap out the stone. You have to go to what's it called? To Ishgard. Then you go to you take the teleport to the fucking astrologian NPC guild house, whatever, class building, whatever. And outside the astrologians, there's one NPC that you talk to, and that NPC will change out your specialist for the week. Don't get me started. Wait, that signature sparkle, could it be a Big Bang ticket? You should thank your lucky stars, my friend, for that elusive ticket entitles you to a Big Bang fortune, the chance of a lifetime. Alright, let's draw a Big Bang. I desire the bang of the big. Ooh, emote, mount, green die, or craftsmanship. I'm already sad. Alright, give me my craftsmanship 11 materia. The ticket's getting you banged? It's that kind of ticket. Coming from Material 12. Shut up, Beta. No! Oh! Mega Spin. I got the emo! Very nice. Emo get. I'm not using it on this character. I'm not. Congrats, thank you. But make sure to take your tablet item or you gotta run back to your retainer each time. Yeah, I was gonna curse you. Ali, you already got the mount though. Blaze has been selling the emotes for like 2 million per. Yeah, it's a pretty good emote. Do got 3 or more. Very nice. I need more points so I can get another ticket because I'm broke AF in regards to lunar credits. All right. Where were we? Right, we're trying to get to. We're currently level 33. Initiate. We're still on the lower level macro, so we'll use that. You got the minion. Nice. Congrats. He's very cute. I like it a lot. The minion is very, very, very cute. Here's my question. Do you think in 7.3 when we get a new planet, we're going to get a whole new set of glamour items, or it's going to be the same shit, just transported over there to that planet? And then if you want certain things, you have to go to a specific planet each time. Normal quality. Pain. Alright, let's see what we got. Did the macro fail, or was it just some funky RNG? Funky RNG, 83%. Gotcha. Right, this one is in between recipes. That's just surely wouldn't do it again, right? There we go. I bet new cosmetics, but with the mix of some of the previous cosmetics, furniture as well, like the new dyes. Yeah, it'd be nice if the new dyes became viable on planet 2. What if they do? I am loath to put this out into the ether, but what if they do it Eureka style, where you have to do one to get to the second one to get to the third one? They're not to get to the fourth one, and in order to get that thing, you have to go to the fourth planet. Do a coward? I mean, it doesn't bother me any. I'm gonna unlock everything on all 3 characters, so I'm fine. But then, how would that work? Nerd? Yeah, pretty much. You right. Mr. RT. But yeah, this is good content. I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty good stuff. Again, it feels like I know that you get a lot more credit and all that once you start getting more and more relics. So it feels bad at this point, and they don't want you to have everything right away, but it's just like at the initial step, it feels bad, man. All right, let's go on to the next one. Nope, not one that one. Want to spread it around. Custom parts simple. It's me. Grind is grind. Grind is grind. It just feels bad when you get to when you do the super mega craft, expert craft, and you get 25. It's like, okay. Or, you know, or 50 or whatever. Like, okay, fine. I get it. And when that goes up, it's way more when you get more relics on you, but still. It'll be easier. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to destroy this Livik in 8.0, 8.2. 8.1 when we get the actual set of gear. 8.1 there'll be macros to just brute force all of this. How do I know that? Because I have macros to brute force Endwalker expert crafts, and those were viable at 7.1 when we got the left hand side and new tools. I think I want to try and just do enough to get the daily points and stop each day. No need to for yeah, no, absolutely. It's very easy to get the initial daily points in Neobody. You can just show up and honestly do the mech op missions over and over before, and just brutalize them that way and get your credit for the day. I think it's 3 3 for the daily. Mine's is already covered up, so I couldn't tell you, but yeah. I think it's like 3 combines a day. And you could do it on a gather or 2 if you wanted to. And you'll get all your points and be done. I got the daily in 2, but one of them was piloting a mech. Gotcha. See? Yeah, so yeah. It's easy enough to get in there. Spend 20 minutes. Mostly because you're going to be waiting for one of the mech ops. And just, yeah. 35. Let's go. Yep, we're on macro number 2 now for sure. Streamer, I see nothing, but also wish to say that if I don't get the mech mount and you blue die, I will quit. I just got the email varsity. There's no. I mean, there's very little spoilers here. This is how my service progressed to this area. So it's just the moon. All you're seeing is moon surface and me crafting. So there's no spoilers to be had here. But yeah, no, look, listen, the dies are kind of rare, but for those of us that are doing this pretty hardcore, it's easy enough to accumulate stuff over time. So worry not, varsity. I don't have any metallic blue, and the initial metallic blue that I get will go to Mimi, for blue is her favorite color. But if you don't have any by then, we'll see about maybe providing you some. You can't outright buy them, so it sucks. Alright, voice is getting a little dry. Alright, where are we? So let's close that. And this craft is done. But yeah, no, look, you just gotta craft and gather. You don't even have to craft. You don't have to do this part, by the way. If you just want to gather, you can just gather for goods. Just go out there and fish. I know fish is getting a bit of a pummeling verbally right now because of the way it works. I don't know, I haven't done any fishing. But you can just come out here and vibe and gather and accumulate your currencies to the point where you can actually just get those. Get your mount off of the wheel. I can guarantee you right now, there's one person out there that on the very first wheel that they spun, got the mount. So that could be you. That could be any one of us. Not me though, because I ain't got that kind of luck. All right, there goes another level. Thank you, Yoshi P. Level 36. We're on repeats here. All right, we'll just do that one again. I got the selfie emote and then very nice, Rosa. That's a hard get. I've only just got it now for the very first time. That is a very good get. Congratulations. It's such a good emote too. Did you sell it or did you use it, Rosa? She got it first try, brat. Yeah, I mean, look, like, there's also people like Viking. Viking, Kiki's husband, played this game a little bit, and I think the first time he played the Jumbo Cacpot, he won the Jumbo Cacpot, and then quit. So the odds are there. It can happen. Whereas I've been doing the Jumbo Cockpot for what, 12 years now, almost. I stop it intermittently. I'm almost to 1 million points from just, you know, so sorry you lost prizes. And I've never even gotten second place. I think I've gotten like 1/3 place. You've gotten second place? Nice. Use it for sure. It's such a good emote, Rosa. Hopefully it lends to G posing. Because that's one of the better uses for that. For sure. Alright, if I can get a couple more of these done in time here, I'll be able to buy another mech ticket. Yeah, I've only ever gotten 3rd place at best, and I'm at almost 900,000 points just from 4th place consolation prizes. Someone in our Uwu group got the emote and then took selfies during the downtime cutscenes last night. Beautiful use of it. Beautiful use. That's exactly what it's for. It's such a good emote. He's got some gauntlets, light and enchantment, flashlight hands. Nice. I'm looking forward to playing Oblivion Cub. The more I see Psyche play it, the more I'm like, I would enjoy this. I desire to play this. Just give me big bonk. Have you hit any of the 20 or 25 durability creators? Yes, I've unlocked all the recipes on Culinary and Fraggle, so I've seen all the recipes essentially, because once you unlock one, it's the same shit across the board, right? Yeah, I don't struggle too much with them, but they are a little scary, Fraggle, in that you're like, okay, is this gonna chomp my recipe down? Am I gonna be okay? Like, I know the math and how it works, but I'm like, I have a little paranoia in my heart every single time I have to do that mission. I'm tired of managing my vampirism, so to take a break, I'm doing the most broken thing in game, stealth archery. I'm not saying that while I was looking up mods, Cub, that there's a mod to remove the ill effects of vampirism in Oblivion, but there is a mod that does just that. You've gone second place as well as him once? Very nice. Yeah, I haven't. I don't have that luck. But I've also been using the same stupid numbers for the better part of a decade, so maybe 8008 isn't allowed as a number. It is forbidden. But if you don't die from stepping outside during the day, are you even a vamp? I mean, that's a good question, right? You start to go down this path of questioning. All right, Mechop is up, everybody. If you so desire to try your luck, instance 3 behemoth. Shoot your shot. All right, we'll do that. And then that to make it 100%. Will this give me everything that I need for my ticket? For my ticky? Yeah, let's fucking go. I can bug another ticket right now. That put me at 39 as well, so 38. So one more of these and I'll be able to do the thing. And request a pilot application. Yes, sir. Apply as a pilot. Surely I wouldn't get in twice in a row, right? See, not to foreshadow solo, but I hope you do the Dark Brotherhood questline in Oblivion, because it is hands down some of the best Elder Scrolls storytelling. I'll do them. So here's the thing. I will just run around the entire world just looking for everything. So if I am more than happy to be led around, to go to certain areas to do certain things, like, all right, go to this section and okay, and then see what happens, right? No spoilers therein. But being led to experiences is something that I would really enjoy. It's how I enjoy games as stream. It's why I stream as well, by the way. It's not just, you know, the other aspects of it. It's to have a shared experience. So, especially in a game that is 100% a giant sandbox, it'd be nice to be led to things of interest. It's why I'm asking for Beta and Wolfie and Franco to lead me around in Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk's the same thing, right? There's going to be all kinds of things I could just go and dick around for 3 hours and get nothing done. Or they could be like, hey, go west. I'm like, okay, let's go west and see what happens in that general vicinity. Womp womp. Touring versus exploring. Yeah. And as long as stuff isn't pilot, nice. And as long as spoilers aren't given, or, you know, heavy foreshadowing, I'm good. I'm good to vibe and enjoy games like that. So you would absolutely be welcome to help guide me around that, as Psyche would be as well. When I do, Smooshy gifted me the Elder Scrolls Skyrim like a decade ago, and I haven't played it yet. I asked Psyche to type up a list of things that I should do in this game, and then I'll go around to those places and do things and see what happens. I won't lead you into terrible things. Is TM for too much, or that your I won't lead you to terrible things trademarked, or both? I'm here. I want to maximize my time. Show me your quest giver. Exactly. Because again, and if you've been around the stream long enough, you know that I'm just gonna run around and not get much done. But I'm gonna have fun because I like running around and exploring. But a more streamlined experience, it makes for a better stream, I find. And then adventurers land and say, greetings, take me to your quest givers. Along those lines, yeah. Go to the bottom of that lake and sit there until you run out of air. Something cool will happen. You know, I'll do that at least once. And then, here's the thing though, you say that, Cub, you have to do that in EverQuest for the Cleric Epic. There is a goblin that spawns underwater in this one lake, in this one zone, out in the middle of nowhere, and you have to wait until it spawns. And you better have a friend that can cast the ability to breathe underwater. So that is a thing in some games. That asshole. I minded that one less than the goblin you had to kill in Solus B. Fucking goblins. Why do the clerics care so much about the goblins? Jesus, leave them alone. Stop stealing their relics. About Final Fantasy 14 Tumblr has been normal about him for now. A simple nap with enough action encountered will suffice. Yeah, and also I don't know how the systems work, so I've Psyche explaining that system about how you can gain faction with them, I guess, to make them happier with you. I don't even know what that is. Like, I'll do it, sure, but I'm like, huh? What is the point of this system? They have not. All right, normal for Tumblr, gotcha. A good old Tumblr normal instead of understood. He has fans. Look, listen, he knows how to teleport people. Look at him up here with that hair. There's a whole persuasion minigame for Speechcraft, just to up someone's mood towards you. Yeah. And Psycho's trying to teach it to us with how it rotates and the colors and the voice lines being cut off. It's starting to get ingrained into my brain. I can hear the "not now" sort of line. So yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think it'll be interesting. But I will say, Claire Obscura is definitely obscure, not Obscura, is gaining traction in my brain. So yeah, we got games. He has fans. It's Final Fantasy 14, Max. Of course he has fans. You know the level of thirst in this community. Hola, Elk. It's good to see you, homie. I hope you're well. This reminded me that I don't, in fact, remember how Speechcraft works. They put the fan in fantasy? Yeah. Elk, the new Moon content is out. If you wanted to take up crafting and gathering, it is pretty sweet. In regards to crafting and gathering. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of nice. They got new systems. Oh, this is... What the hell happened here? How come this is only 876? Gay? Oh, I fucked this up. This is the big one. Gotcha. I've just ruined everything. As is tradition. And we still nailed it, but that's fine. Probably dip in soon. This and Claire. Claire looks so good, Elk. Please tell me what you think of Claire, because that game, it's making sweet little eyes at me, and I'm like, tell me more. Like having Ben Starr and the VA for Shadowheart is enough to get me into a game. But the fact that the game looks as good as it does is just like, what if? What if? But yeah, the XP here is bonkers. Leveling is pretty easy. The expert crafting you can ignore if you don't want to go to the mega high end of this. If you're not a numbers nerd who really enjoys the process, you can ignore that shit and just stick to DCB and your events on the map. I just want to make the joke that with the team being French, that makes the game the first in the... I might get 2 levels on the next one. I'm 39, so I'm actually... No, I won't go to 41. What's good? We just finished funeral prep stuff literally an hour ago, so things are a little more buttoned down now. And I have time. Good. Good. Obviously, it's hard finding time, but... Yeah. I'm just glad to see you again, homie. 83, 643. That's 40 though. Does this macro account for it being 40 durability? And also, if you do take this up, Elk, and you do want to craft, obviously you can figure it out, but I got macros for mid-20s to 100. Innovation, basic, standard, great strides, basic, master's man. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're fine there. Hola, Breezy. How's it going, Breezy? How's the moon treating you? Music in the Zone is great. Yeah. So this is... wait, have you actually heard the actual music? Or are you saying the music I'm playing right now? Because the music I'm playing right now is the synthwave lo-fi girl. Because the actual song from this zone is driving me up the fucking wall. Some people like it. Look, I'll turn it on for you. I'll turn it on so you can actually hear this. Let's mute that. I did one stream of it and I was like, nah, son, I'm tapping out. It's not bad. It's not, I'll say it's not bad. But when I've been here for, you know, off and on for 12 hours, going out, making dinner, chores, coming back, it got to be a little bit much for me. When the fucking Captain America music kicks in, it's like, okay, Cap. Horn section needs to calm down a little bit. Horns, chill, relax. We ain't got to go this hard. I see what they're going for. Yeah, so if you listen, if you're here all day, it explains shout chat. Certainly, no, it doesn't. Shout chat was a bunch of degenerates before all this anyway. But the XP is bonkers. I'm essentially one quest gives me an entire level. I'm not mad at that. I believe I was level 28 and level 33. Culinarian was 28, now it's 40. Carpenter was 32, now it's 40. Blacksmith was 33, it's about to be 40. Baron's chat, you're... Uh-huh. Please, how often is shout chat not degenerate? You right. This part here is nice. Not that part. Fuck. Fucking go away, Stellar Mission music completion. No one's talking to you. That did give me 2 levels. That went to me from 39 to 41. So there you go. But yeah, bonkers XP. And this continues up through all the levels because the quests sync to your level. So blacksmith is done. On to armor. We're naked. No, I don't want that portrait. I want the portrait. There we go. I gotta show it off. So, can you give a TLDR of expert crafting at some point? It's bullshit. Don't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my first reaction every single time to expert crafting. In what regards? Like the general approach to it? In regards to your intentions of it, I would say if you're trying to learn expert crafting, go back to the B rank missions. There are certain B rank missions I can't show you on this character because I don't got it. That will allow you, and some of the A rank missions have it too. That you can hit the button, and that'll enable expert mode. And all that does is, in those B rank missions, is bring up the various status effects. Get a pen and paper, get a whiteboard, get whatever you need, right? Get Notepad open, and learn to associate what those colors mean for skills. Yellow means you have a 25% chance of success rate for a skill. So rapid synthesis, hasty touch, they gain a 25% bonus from that. Green, your skills cost half as much. So expert crafting is all about understanding what the statuses are and manipulating those to your advantage. So you have to, and this is the part where I struggled a little bit initially, is you need to learn to, and you might actually do better in this regard, Finny, because you've done it, but you haven't done years and years of the regular high-end crafting where it's very formulaic. You have to learn to stop and adjust. So if you have 2 stacks left of manipulation, and you know you're going to need more manipulation in the next segment of your craft, then it's usually worth cutting your losses there if you get a green status and refreshing it, because having it cost you 88 CP to redo manipulation fucking sucks. So, or if you see that you get a purple status. Purple status means that whatever buff you put up during purple status, you'll get 2 more charges. So if you need more, fuck this music, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to talk. I'm sorry. I love you, Soken, but I can't sometimes. It means you got to switch over, right? It means, okay, I got 2 charges left of innovation. I'm gonna need more innovation because I'm going into a segment of more quality. So you need to learn to pause and then adjust what you're doing to the skills that are, and some skills can just go fuck themselves. Like if yellow pops up, I don't care. I'm still pressing my button because I'm not using rapid or whatever the fuck it's called. Purple, it's a happy bonus because again, if you get 2 more stacks of intuition, you're going from 4 stacks to 6 stacks, right? So you're able to actually get more out of it without having to pause. It creates a bigger segment of quality that you can work on. So go back to B rank, the B rank missions, hit the button often on those missions that are going to be easier numerically, and just get to know what the numbers. So that way you see the number, because it's fucking timers, right? The 3-minute mission that puts fear in my heart. You have to learn the colors. That way you see the color and you react. You see the color and react. It's no different than a raid, right? In a raid mechanic, if you see a stack marker, you move to the stack marker. Same thing here. If you see green, you do this in general. But it is randomized. It is RNG, and you just have to learn to adjust to the RNG as it hits you. There's no real rhythm or rhyme to it. I think the timer and trying to figure it all out. Yeah, so trying to figure out what you want to do there is going to chomp up your time, big time. And that is unfortunately one of those things that you're just going to have to put work into. And as you say, you're in the trenches now. So with each craft, you are picking it up until you get to a point where you can actually just see and do. And so just as Razor made an ergonomic vertical mouse. Ooh. Which isn't obviously the answer that a lot of people want to hear, Finny, that you need to learn to see and do, but that is... Ah, that's the wrong weapon! Son of a bitch. Alright, you go there. But that's the best way to do it. Hear, feel, think, craft. Literally, yeah. Expert crafting is savage level crafting, little to no macros, adapt to each status, be flexible about switch between leveling progress and quality. Yeah, that's what it amounts to. I think that's one of the biggest things, because crafting up to this point teaches you that when you're doing a certain segment, you want to stay in that segment as much as possible. But when it comes to expert crafting, you have to be malleable. See, one skill's called malleable, and adjust to what you're seeing. That's all it is. And the people that are really good at expert crafting are really good at managing their CP and managing everything. 'Cause that's what it comes down to. You're managing everything. You're where you're at in durability, your quality, your progress, your CP. And the people that get very good at expert crafting are very good at managing all those things at once. Not me. I do okay. I do pretty well. I do better than I lead on in regards to expert crafting. I just don't like it as a system. I don't think it's a lot of fun. That level in a system that is dependent on you being very good at this system to remove all RNG, for them to then add a system that is complete RNG and you can do everything right and still get fucked over, it doesn't feel good for me. Like that, there's again, like I said, Starstream, there's a recipe that requires perfection. You have to hit, it's like 9,500 progress and like 20,000 quality, and so you need to get it to max quality and finish it off, and you have to do 3 times, and you got 8 minutes. And if you have even one that doesn't reach the maximum quality, you get silver, you don't get gold. So I've gone to, like I said, to 2,970 points, and I got the equivalent of if I just gotten 2,001 points. There was no need to even make that effort. So yeah, and I think like any other system, there's going to be aspects of it that are very good and aspects that I could just absolutely do without. Alright, so that's my blacksmithing tool there. My level 11 file. I can pretty sure I can get to level 40 without level 50 without upgrading my offhands, but we'll see about that. Little crafting replicates what crafting was like back in 2.0 and 3.0, but still... Oh! Mech time. Let's apply. It kind of does. It doesn't necessarily do introductory Heaven's Ward, because that was the worst crafting ever. Base start of expansion Heaven's Ward crafting was trash. It was I give them credit. They experimented. It's just that what came out of it was this giant turd that was not fun at all. It's actually worse than expert crafting. But they learned a lot from that, and so they've adjusted ever since. They put timers on Class A crafting missions that include fishing, which nice. Yeah, Franco was saying, I think he did it yesterday, where he did everything right and still ended up with silver because of the timers and how fishing works. All right, blacksmith. I was gonna work on armor. Max, are you streaming today? Asking for me. The difference between silver and gold was just the animation of the two versus the one exclamation mark fish. Yeah. Or like this zone, I like it a lot, Breezy. I have a couple of issues with it, just with what they've chosen to do with certain expert crafting. I like the variability of certain recipes, but I've got a couple of issues in there it's not that the system itself is bad. It's just that it feels like it needs a little bit of tweaking. It feels like Suzaku Unreal. I can go fuck myself. It feels like Suzaku Unreal in certain parts, but they did a lot of good work here, and they deserve credit for this, because they've taken, like, imagine trying to make something that encompasses the totality of a class from level 10 to 100, and then from 100 to expert levels. So I ain't mad. I think this is great. I think once we complete the progress of the areas, it'll feel better. And when you get more relics, it gets easier. You get more current, you get more stuff out of it. So it's a little rough in initial steps, but long term, it's gonna be fantastic. My voice is drying out. Give me a second. You need a red alert to happen so you can get easy 4 points? Yeah. I failed the C rank twice in a row because it just didn't give me the RNG. Needed all different kinds of fish. This quest is available before you get surface slap. See, that right there feels like a misstep to me, Brady. It feels like that could have been tweaked a little bit. Which, I mean, fair enough. Like, when do you stop tweaking your systems, right, to account for absolutely everything that you do? But I feel like in a patch or two, they'll adjust this, and I feel like the second planet will be better. Please don't let the second planet be... God, what was it? What was the second phase of Eureka called? There's Animos, the one I just blocked from my memory as a whole because it was bad. And then Pyros, and then Hydatos. Pagos. Yeah, please don't be a Pagos. Don't be a Pagos. Let it be better. Yeah, it was Animos, Pagos thing. Looking forward to the new Eureka Zone. I'm mildly interested in it. I prefer this to the new Eureka content. But I also understand that as a streamer, I'm going to have homies to go in there with, and so I'm curious as to how it's going to handle. I'm curious as to how it's going to go. So, I'm ambivalent about it. Like, I'm fine with it being a piece of content. I'm okay with it. Am I mega excited? No. It'll be fine. I'm not opposed to a mega grind. But we'll see. I'm wondering if having both cosmic exploration and a new combat exploration zone. Let's see. I lost track of where I was. Is actually going to be too much content for you. That is viable. That is something to consider, Livik, because it is going to be. There's some the FOMO is to be taken into account, right? Because you want to be doing the content, you want to get the shinies, you want to be there where everybody is. And going back sometimes feels bad. Like trying to go into... I've been ready to finish Bozia off with all the relics for a long time, but I just can't be bothered to go back in there and do the raids and all that. So I'm curious on one hand at how it's going to work. I look forward to doing Crystal Tower 50 more times again. Fucking... But I wouldn't say I'm excited for it. It's hot today. I'm going for soft drinks and ice cream. Get those goodies, Zara. You deserve them. One of these should have been last patch. I agree. I think that would have felt better. And I mean, also we're still on that drip feed, right? They're still giving us, here goes a tiny bit of content. We still haven't gotten the Allied Society for this patch. That's gonna come with in May, right? With that whole deal. So I hope that they take us off the drip feed and space it out better, because damn, having the end of 7.1 with not much to do just felt bad. I still did a lot of things, caught up on older content, but having only the Alliance raid to do for however long that was just big bleh energy. But with this will give something to do if I ever feel like doing it, coming into the game and doing this for, you know, a little while, even after, because I am after the big achievements. I am an achievement hunter, so I am going to be in here for a hot minute doing this for all the classes, for all the gatherers, and I am going to get the achievement for 500 grand in every single point. But yeah, it's interesting. I think it will be fine overall. We're all in here on the right time right now because it just came out. But I think in a week it will be. Oh, definitely. But once people, there are a lot of people here that are just for the shinies. As soon as they get their shinies, they're fucking off, and that's absolutely valid. I think the only people you're gonna see here are gonna be the hardcores, and so we'll see how the systems play out for the more hardcore side of the community. And how it goes for us. Yep, dear, and just a when I have 5 minutes type content. The battle stuff I think will be more involved. Yeah, I agree, Brady. Well, the Chinese already. I need the minion, glam coffer, and umbrellas. I need 500,000 points in everything. I need 500,000 points. In everything. Give it to me. This is the wrong character, but still. I might actually switch it up ready and finish and just crank out the minor and botanist relics so I get the bonuses. Honestly. Horde, spare shinies, the prices will go. Oh, absolutely. Honestly, I mean, look, listen, if you see it all the time if you play this game long enough. There are items. When Palace of the Dead came out, all the shiny weapons that came out from there tanked. Absolutely in shambles. But then, once Heaven on High came out, and people were doing Heaven on High, all those goodies from Palace of the Dead came back up. There's stuff from Palace of the Dead. Obviously, the Pegasus isn't one of those things, but a lot of those items, those glamour items, the minions shot right back up in value. So not the same, obviously, you can't reproduce that, but the market eventually settled. So hoard the goodies from here, because we do get individual planets with their individual loot tables, I don't think that we will. I hope that we do. I don't think we will. Then in 7.3 alone, stuff from here will go back up. So, and also, like, you know, if you ever make an alt, it'd be nice to have this alt unfortunately has shit for mounts. Actually, no, it's Raijin that has terrible mounts. So I'm probably gonna get Raijin a big old mech as well, besides Harley. So there's alts. I'm down to get stuff for friends as well. So at least you have the Legacy Chocobo. Mira Franco, I was about to go give you this emote. Stop talking shit about my Legacy Chocobo that I don't have. Are you at the guild house? They were aiming for more rewards, yes, and it lined up with 7.3, right? So we're looking at a thing. You're in the Space Mines? What instance are you in? Come get your fucking emote. I'm in instance 2. I don't know where you're at. I just want my first relic done, but I'm like 2 upgrades away. Yeah, I mean, it is a mega grind. And again, this is just the first level of the grind. Please remember that. It's been 2 days? Feels like a lot longer. It's been 2 days of this, so pace yourselves. This isn't going anywhere. You'll get better at it. You'll get a better understanding of the systems. Just understand that expert crafting is there to make you fail. You gotta accept that into your heart. That's what it's there to do. The numbers are pushed to astronomical levels for a reason, and they want you to manipulate skills that might not even show up. So it's just something to take into account, that it's there to make you fail. So do your best. Do your best. Square Enix wants you to suffer. Got it? Yes, absolutely, 100%. I need the 500k on Weaver for the title, so if I have the time, I can get it next week. Then you'll slow roll the next. But yeah, the leveling here is incredible. I love it. Where's that fucking rabbit at? Where is Lopper-chan? Where do I zone in? Hey, Alarat. It's over here. I see it. Even though I know it doesn't matter, I'm still really sad I can't hang out with friends on this content. Yeah. Hello, Driving Way. Are there 69 people in instance 4? Is that what I just read? Alright, YouTube. I'm gonna log off of YouTube. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube.